The Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks.
Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
There was some dude who liked horses and liked the radio show and named his horses after us.
And then let them starve.
And then let them starve.
Great.
Kind of like what we're doing to the listeners.
Starving them of entertainment.
They are sick freaks. Bobby, please look. There's one part we want you to see. That's easy. Oh, you okay?
Where entertainment is going.
These guys are watching porn.
Oh, Jesus. What are we talking about?
We're done. We're out.
What just fell down?
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
This old gag.
I love this old gag. I love it, 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 I love it. Good morning, welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. We have lots to do today, man.
Friday.
You want some
edition.
of the things we might talk about today?
Please, give me the rundown.
Well, we got to talk about Billy Crystal playing for the Yankees.
Yeah, wow. What did he do?
We got the play-by-play, by the way. He decided to what? Take a turn at bat?
Yeah, he was like DH.
Wasn't he supposed to be like the manager?
No, I knew he wasn't the manager. Some jerk called up yesterday and said, no, he's just going to be the manager. It's like we just take listeners' words for it sometimes. Like they take our word for it. Usually that's wrong. But
oh, yeah, it just takes one listener to go, Howard was talking about you today. And then we do an hour and a half tirade on Howard Stern and then realize he wasn't even talking about us.
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of dopes. Just takes one person to get us going. But yeah, Billy Crystal strikes out in only Yankees at bat.
Yeah.
They have to write only Yankees at bat.
Well, of course.
Like they were taking a look at him and thinking, all right, maybe we should get him for the team.
I think the kid's got something. 60 years old. Is that there? Oh, should have just fired a fastball at his head.
With the spray on hair melted off because of the helmet.
He's got the spray on hair, you think?
I think so.
He's got something going on. See, thank God Bob Kelly's here because Jim Norton's not going to say anything bad about Billy Crystal because they have the same management or something. Well, I know Jimmy hates Billy Crystal.
Of course he
I'm not
does.
Stupid.
Yeah, he's not going to say it anymore.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
He's got a new friend.
Billy Crystal's the type of guy Norton would go after.
He did.
Oh, he did, right?
Yeah, he did when he didn't sign or say something. Remember, he's that stupid play.
Right. Yeah, right. Okay, and then he realizes there's a connection between him and Billy Crystal. So now we don't get a nice Jim Norton rant on the fact that Billy Crystal is playing for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Ugh.
One at bat.
He shows up at the cellar like hand in hand with Billy and Robin, and you're like, because I started hating him because my friend hated him. But I never really hated Billy until Jimmy hated him.
Yeah.
And then he's best friends, and he won't even introduce you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
He was too scared to introduce Billy Crystal to Bob Kelly.
You should have seen the coattails on Billy. I saw an O&A coattail in the gutter that night.
Yeah.
Along with a tough crowd and a Dice Clay coattail.
Oh, Jimmy can jump coattails pretty quickly.
Jimmy's very good. He's like a flea when it comes to coattails. This guy.
Surfing.
Look, Jimmy's not here to defend himself. Let's just make this beat up Jim Norton Day. Just destroy him.
Yeah, but the best part about him, he'd agree with us.
Yeah. Oh, my God. He went from Dice to us to Colin Quinn back to us.
Oh, yeah. And he's waiting for the next one. Let's not forget Louis C.K.
Yeah, all right.
Louis C.K.
He was on that coattail for a while.
That bald, redheaded, freckled ass really quick.
Anyway, so we got...
What happened to the news up there? It's frozen with Smug Guy making a Smug Guy face. That is great. Ma.
Oh, he's outside Kristen's apartment in the Flatiron District.
It just froze with his Mugsy face.
Ma, see?
We just don't do this justice. But that is
I know.
Smug Guy, and you got to just maybe we can put
perfect Smug Guy face.
Can you take a picture of that and put that on onaradio.com for the rest of America, so when we refer to Smug Guy, they can see what we're talking about?
He looks so smug.
Here I am. This is where the whore lived. You see?
What will Elliot Spitzer do next? So smug.
Anyway, we got Billy Crystal play-by-play audio. It's just terrific.
Great.
But we got to let you people wake up a little bit. So
yeah.
Also, what? Oh, Bill Burr sends a freaking email to Steve in the middle of the night.
Yes.
And he tells Steve that he hugged a man without a face, and he couldn't get out of it. I guess some guy without a face actually went up to Bill Burr and asked for a hug. And
How did he ask?
And Bill Burr felt like he couldn't say no, and he actually hugged the guy. So Bill Burr wants to call in today and talk about that. Steve, is that what that's about?
Yeah, the text actually says, Steve, a man with no face just asked me for a hug, and I couldn't socially get out of it. Can I call in tomorrow?
Of course. That sounds like that'll kill a couple minutes. And I guess we could start off by talking about Kristen. Or Ashley Alexandra Dupree.
Yes, Dupree. She's all over. She's everywhere.
And I said it yesterday, front page of the Post, you got a topless picture, kind of a Janet Jackson thing where she's covering up her boobies with her hands. She's got really nice pouty lips. It's weird. Like every other picture, she looks really hot, and then the other picture, she looks like an average girl that is probably hotter than she really is because she still has youth on her side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a million girls that look like that.
Well, I guess she's willing to do things.
Huh?
She's willing to do things.
Yeah, well, I guess if you look like Elliot Spitzer,
Yeah.
you got to pay $4,100 for this.
Elliot Spitzer ain't getting that just walking around as, Elliot Spitzer accountant.
You look like you come from Lord of the Rings.
But they got pictures all over the place. Bad Girl is the cover of the New York Post today.
Bad Girl.
And they got her topless.
It's an excuse to do a 5-page layout
of just
in the Post is pretty much what they did with her, just covering up her breasts and
this broad
provocative poses.
This broad Kristen is not hiding whatsoever.
No, she loves it.
I think her MySpace yesterday said yes, I did it or something like that, and then she changed the message, and it was one of the most viewed MySpace pages yesterday. Something like 5 million views.
She randomized her top pals list too.
Oh, really?
So every time you log onto her site, it's different friends. Mm-hmm. So I guess she was helping out her friends because they were probably like, hey, put me on your top 8 or 10.
Right.
And she just randomized it. So, and there were some pretty hot girls as her friends, but I couldn't get on there because a lot of them were, private unless you're their friend. And
you should have told them who you were, man.
I'm not going to
she will be on. She's going to be on this show. It's very obvious. She's not hiding. She's safe from being brought up on any type of charges because she's yipping, and she's not embarrassed. She's not ashamed, and they're saying how much money she's going to be making because of this. And they're talking 7 figures. They're talking Hustler. They're talking Penthouse.
She's been making a load of money.
They're talking a record deal possibly.
For her lousy singing.
Well,
her mediocre singing.
You know what though? She's smart because she put up another track from her CD up on one of these sites where you download music. It's not the famous one.
It's just the age of your own publicist.
Yeah, why not?
If you hit a little bit, there's so many outlets where just millions of people can see you.
Right.
It never used to be that way. There was no outlet for that. You had to be big enough where you were going to get on TV, get some kind of a deal like that. Now you get a little notoriety. You get your 15 minutes where people know you. There's so many outlets to pop your crap up on and become famous.
That's not a little. I mean, she took down the governor of New York.
Well, I understand. That is a big thing, but
it's a big feat.
Years ago, though, it would have to be the press that approached her and printed what she wanted to say. Mm-hmm. Any music or sound clips, things like that would have to be the news. Now you just do it yourself, and she's huge. I mean, more people have probably heard her song her stupid, lousy song than 90% of the artists out there trying to get.
I was going to say then heard
sell records,
Foundry Music.
Well, yeah, Pendulum was a huge hit.
But yeah, you're right about that. But she's doing quite well.
Yeah,
she's gonna be all right. Trying to think what else they're saying about this whole thing. Oh, I guess Silda, Elliot Spitzer's wife, is very pissed off when she found out how young the girl was.
Yeah,
I guess she would have been.
Her.
I guess she would have been okay if the girl was in her 30s or something. I don't know.
30s.
But so she found out it was a 22-year-old. Now she's really mad.
4 years older than their oldest daughter, so that upset her. And Silda, who is 50, I guess expected him to spend money on a 50-year-old hooker.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, what are you're going to pay for a hooker? You're probably going to get what you want, and it seems like Elliot wanted the supple body.
Right. And at this point, we have to tell everyone that we're slightly connected to the story.
Can we attach ourselves to this,
We're attaching ourselves to the Elliot Spitzer prostitute story. Absolutely. I love when people do this, so we might as well do it, too. I kept saying that this girl looks familiar.
Yeah.
Well, she used to work for NY Confidential, New York Confidential.
Ah, that sounds familiar.
And this is where we're connected to the story. Jason Itzler, or Itzler, right?
Yeah.
Itzler is or was a pimp here in New York City.
Yep.
And he ran a place called NY Confidential. And he used to brag about the fact that he was running this joint. He was doing interviews on our show. He did a few of them. He brought his girls in. Remember you used to bring these young things in?
Yeah.
And he was such a fan of the show that he offered all of us an hour at his joint.
Yeah. To come in and just have an hour with a girl of anyone's choice.
Did anybody take it up?
Well, 1 out of the 3 did.
Can I guess which one?
1 out of the 3 did.
Can I guess which one?
Sure.
Yeah, but you can't talk to him.
He's on the road this weekend.
On the road, but if you want to guess.
But he took him up on it. I didn't. I had no desire. I don't know. I don't really get into this whole hooker thing. I just don't. I don't get
You've never had a hooker?
No.
In your life?
No.
Your life, like your whole
Nope.
life, Anthony?
Nope.
Never had a problem. Never had a problem getting girls. And my deal with the hookers is I couldn't get into something that you have to pay for. I need the girl to want me. Is that too much to ask?
In some cases, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. In prostitution, yeah, I guess so.
Dude, I'm a weirdo in the strip clubs because if the girl, I have a tough time getting lap dances and stuff because I'm like, this girl doesn't want me. This girl could give a crap who I am. So I have a tough time, like, really getting into lap dances.
So wait a minute. You have to have an emotional connection?
It's not necessarily emotional connection.
No,
I need a lust. I need, like, wow, this girl is dancing for me because she likes me, not because she knows I might have a few shekels in my pocket. It's a weird thing with me.
Shekels.
I can't believe you've never had a hooker.
No, never.
You ever wanted to? You ever have the opportunity?
No desire.
You ever have the opportunity?
No. I've had a radio show since I was 18.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
I swear to God.
I don't trust anybody who's never been with a hooker.
You think every guy's been with a hooker?
Yeah. You should be, yes. You should.
Why?
Because you should know what that nervous feeling feels like. You should definitely have that experience under your belt.
I don't know. It just always seemed a little too sleazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand. You know, that's an attraction.
I had no problem with the sleazy part of it.
No, I maybe sleazy. No, sleazy's the word. I don't mean dirty. Like, that's fun. Things like that. Get a little filthy. But just sleazy, like, ugh.
I paid $18.50 for a hooker once.
$18.50?
Yeah.
What'd you get for $18.50?
An $18.50. Worth every penny.
Yeah, she was around like 38. She was a 38 ashy black woman.
Really?
Yeah.
And what did you get off her for $18.50?
Not that much. I wound up doing most of it myself.
Great.
God.
The cops
She had
were behind
arthritis.
us. No, the cops were behind us, and she hit the floor of the car. My friend was driving, and she kept yelling at me, "Get it to the edge! Get it to the edge! Mama's gonna take it and rent it away."
Oh, okay.
So I thought "get it to the edge" meant keep going, so I just kept going nervously, and then
proving my point. That doesn't excite me on any level whatsoever. But if a girl, I can look at her, I look in her eyes and realize, wow, she really wants me. That's what I'm into. I can't just pay for it. Like, what is the excitement there?
The nervousness.
And I know I'm talking out of turn. I know most guys are like, you're insane, but I just don't get it.
It's just the nervousness of her, like what's showing up. Like if you have to go out and hunt for it, it's the modern day hunt. I mean, I can't go hunt
It's not a hunt, though. The hunt
water
is
buffalo?
The hunt is going into a bar or somewhere and trying to get a girl. That's just you're not hunting. You're going into a supermarket and buying a steak.
Dude, no, you're not, dude. You're going into the wilderness. You know where these girls hang out?
You're just paying your money and then getting sex.
Apparently, you've never gotten a ride home from Jimmy from the cellar at 3 a.m.
No, I haven't.
You're driving around the meat packing. That's a hunt. Trust me.
A little detour.
Trying to find one without shoulders.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's a hunt, dude. Actually, it really is. You have to find the right one.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, muster up the courage to like pull over and roll down your window. Then they come up.
But you're explaining like just going to a bar.
No.
You're looking around going, wow, I want to talk to her right there. I don't know what my chances are. And you got the same nerves going on and you got to approach her.
You're going for the guarantee, though, with the hooker. Your chances, you don't know what's going to happen when you go to the bar.
Well, I understand that.
You don't know what's going to happen. Let me tell you something.
You know you're having sex if you go to a hooker.
I'll tell you know what's going to happen at a bar because you're going to walk up, get a yes or a no. You're definitely not going to get AIDS. You're definitely not going to get mugged. You're definitely not going to get
so you're talking about different adventures. See, when you're out in a bar and you're looking for a girl, the only adventure you really want there is to get the sex.
Right.
But when you're out with a hooker, you're saying there's so many other adventures. You could go to jail.
Right.
You could get your throat slit with a razor blade.
Bingo.
Get robbed.
Your glasses stolen.
Right. Have to cry to the cops to get them back.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
This comes up a lot, T-Mac, and I don't disagree with you, T-Mac. He writes, you're paying them to leave, Ope, so you can have sex without that emotional crap. I'm not even talking about emotional crap. I'm talking about just all-out lust. I would rather do a fat girl that I'm looking in the eyes and going, wow, this girl, I swear, that's where my head's at. Where I'm looking in her eyes and she really, really wants a piece of me, of this. Instead of sitting in a strip club and some girl, I know I have her for 4 minutes until the song runs out and then she's on to the next client. Yuck. Yeah, I mean, am I suffering in the strip club? Of course not. I'm still taking it all in. I'm into checking out the girls naked and all, but when it comes to the actual, let's make believe I like you for 4 or 5 minutes for one AC/DC song.
Right.
That's where I've never really got into it.
So if it's the Russian stripper that like has the mole on her cheek, if she comes over and
making this sexy,
yeah, she likes you.
I like to call those the Chernobyl moles. They all have them. I don't know what the hell happened, but
Chernobyl.
They all have one or two somewhere. Usually in a weird area too, where moles aren't supposed to grow.
They get like mushrooms.
I don't know. All of a sudden on the tip of their elbow. What is that about?
Why do you not like me? You like pretty girl from America?
All right, so yeah, the Russian strippers, especially, I hate.
But if she liked you, you'd rather have her come over than like the hot chicks if they just had attitude.
All I'm saying is, I get the hooker thing. I get it, but I need the some kind of, I need to know that if she could fake that, then fine.
You get that though. I was in Vegas once, and this girl knocked on my door. I opened it up. I let her in. She danced. I thought it was like a chick who liked me, like a fan or something. Let her in, and I didn't even do anything with her. I did everything for her. Let's put it that way. I did everything for her. Made out with her. We kissed passionately. It was unbelievable. Like she really liked me. And I pleasured, she had all the pleasure. And then the guy called up. He goes, "Hey, how was that?" And I go, "What?" And I go, he goes, "Yeah, I just sent a $500 hooker to your room."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, I thought it was a girl who liked me." Maybe I.
So you were just taking care of her to
Oh, dude, what I
try to
what
get
I
a
did,
second date?
What I did to her, you shouldn't do to a hooker.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Hey, let's go to the phones. Jake in Florida, what's up?
La 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 la. Morning, Opie.
Hey, Jake, how are you?
All right.
I forgot my Spuds Buckley today. You got another copy there, E-Rock? All right, E-Rock's got a copy. We'll give a little Spuds today. What do you got, Jake?
I didn't think I had much in common with you, Ope, but I absolutely agree. If the chick is an enemy, I don't care how hot she is. I can't touch her. She does nothing for me. And it's the money in the pocket thing. I know that's what she's after, whatever. Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're a majority today. I understand that, but I don't know. When some of these broads come into our show, it's like I look at them like, ugh, and then they give us this fake, like, ooh, you're so hot. Ooh, Anthony, what I would do to you. Ooh, what I would do to you. And we look at them like, shut up. Just get naked and plug whatever you have to get the hell out of here. I'm not playing this game with you.
Fake stripper girls or the fake friggin' penthouse girls or something like that when they come in.
Yeah.
All gussied up with too much makeup and perfume.
Yeah. Chuck on Long Island, what's up?
Hey, Ope.
Hey.
Just wanted to say, man, I agree with you 100%. I'd rather watch a video than go to the strip clubs and all the other make-believe. Yeah, I'm with you 100%, man. Punch it out.
I like going to a strip club every once in a while, but I'm just saying when it comes to the lap dance and they're just like, I think you get my point.
I'm with you on a strip club, though. A strip club's annoying. I mean, because there's no... I'd rather have the massage girl come over and massage my neck because she's usually hot and has a personality. You know, I like a girl with a little bit of low self-esteem.
Yeah.
We'll walk up and talk to you like, hey, how you doing? Instead of, doing that stuff. But, dude, like a whorehouse? Have you ever been to a whorehouse?
No.
It's
No.
Jeez. I mean, you get treated like a god, like an emperor. In my case, a Buddha.
But don't you see? I'm trying to understand this. So you go in the whorehouse, right?
Yes.
And you're being treated like a god. That sounds awesome, of course. But somewhere in your brain, don't you realize that she could give a crap about you and probably thinks you're just a fat mess?
No, I'm acting too. I mean, I'm in character.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, you're not.
It's role playing.
Yeah, I mean,
Why don't you do community theater then?
Yeah.
You understand?
Do a Shakespeare play or something. Jesus.
They parade like 8 women in front of you, and you get to stand there like a man and go, no, maybe, yes.
What is that, the choices at the buffet?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to Sean in Nebraska. Sean, what's up?
Hey, guys. I'm totally with you on this one. When you're at a bar and there's 50 guys vying for the same girl, and you're the one that walks away with her, it's all about the thrill of the chase. And you don't get that when you're paying for it. And, right. Bob, you used to be good looking, right?
Yeah,
well,
you used to be.
Put you with the hooker thing anymore. You can't go out and pull it like you used to, so you got to go pay for it.
Well, that's
right?
I can still, because comedy actually supersedes looks in some cases, Well,
I tell you, the personality, definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
but to pay for it, there's no thrill in that whatsoever.
Right.
But to walk away with it, if you're a good-looking guy and you got the confidence and you go and you pull over all those other guys, then definitely that's what the turn on is. That's what gets you going. That's what makes you want it.
Yeah, but the thrill is that right when you're done, you can tell her to beat it instead of her living with you and putting an orchid frame photo over the bed.
You pick them up at the bar and you continue the thrill by telling them to beat it too.
Yeah, that doesn't work all the time.
No commitment.
Yeah, you just gotta. All right, thank you, Sean. Booby Man from Brooklyn. Opie, at the end of community theater, you don't get to.
Oh, well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do that 7 times.
All right, we're just getting started. Wow, everyone wants to talk about this. So what is the thrill then, Bob? Is it the thrill you're being dirty? Is it the thrill of what's the thrill?
The thrill for me is, look, even back in the day when I was a gorgeous young man.
You were still seeing hookers?
Oh, yeah. because I could go and meet this girl. I could go and do this, but it was like I was going to get in my car, drive around like a 4-block radius hunting for what I wanted. And then let me tell you something. Rolling down the window when a hooker's up, because they have all the confidence. They have all they do this. You're so nervous, and then they walk up, and, hey, what's up, baby? And you're like, hey, what's up? I mean, it's crazy. The adrenaline that shoots through you. And then you're like, get in. And then you have to do that whole touch thing where she touches you, and then you touch her to make sure you're both not cops. I remember one time I lived in Shirley Ave on Revere. There was this girl.
More than just making sure she's not a cop.
In our cases.
Yeah, you're making sure she's a woman, too.
Well, or making sure it's what you want.
All right, anyways, Revere, go ahead.
Well, I used to see this girl standing out on her stoop every day. I would drive by, and we'd catch each other's eyes all the time. And it went on for like a month and a half, maybe 2 months. One day it was, I think it was snowing out real bad. She was out on the stoop. My street was closed, so I had to stop in front of her house. And she looked at me. I looked at her. She came over to the car. And I was like, hey, what's up? She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. What are you doing? She goes, can I get in? I'm like, yeah. She gets in. She's like, you a cop? And I go, no. She goes, do you mind? And I go, no, go ahead. She starts. My heart was going to jump out of my chest. And then she's like, well, touch me because I want to make sure. I was like, okay. And then she goes, do you want to come up? And I'm like, okay. And I parked my car like a block away from my house. I went upstairs. And this is a girl I've been looking at and fantasizing about for like almost 2 months. And then I'm in her apartment. And it was like $50. I mean, granted, I had to walk by a couple on the floor with a baby to get to her room.
Nice.
That was a little creepy.
Nice.
Someone is calling me cheap. That's why I don't get hookers. I mean, come on, Anthony. Not the Anthony.
Come on, Opie.
Thanks, Anthony, but no. Let's say hi to Mike the trucker before we take a break. Mike, what's up?
Yeah, I am totally with Bob on this one. You know what it is? I like to do hookers because when I'm fucking a girl.
Whoa!
What?
You got to bear with us here, Mike. Mike. So listen, you're a trucker. You agree with Bob. You like the hookers, and why don't you take it from there? But kind of try to keep it clean, will you?
Yeah, sorry about that. I like it best when they don't like it at all.
You like it?
I don't know why. It just gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling.
You like it better when you know they're not digging it, that they're doing it for the money. Okay. I'm just trying to understand this a little bit. That's all.
Cool.
Thank you, sir.
All right, talk to you now, boys.
All right. We're going to take our first break. We got Drew Boogie in studio today.
Yes.
Very, very cool.
Must mean it's Friday.
We're taking a vacation next week finally.
Yeah.
So Drew Boogie's here the day before vacation to get us out of here in style. So Bob Kelly in studio. It's Opie and Anthony. Drew Boogie, take us out for a little bit.
Bam! 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 You just been pwned. You just been pwned. Whoosh. Bam! You just been pwned.
Hey, it's Louis C.K. in March 25th through 22nd. Through it's 2 days, but I still say through because I stink. Levittown, New York. I'll be at Governor's Comedy Club. www.govs.com. Come on out, you Long Island faggots.
Anthony just started a draft. He's looking for privates at this point.
Yes, he
and
does.
many of them.
Here's your problem. Stop messing with comedy. Go and find some royal blood.
Did you say you want Anthony to date Jill Nicolini?
Yes.
From Channel 11 here in New York City?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. A special one for Anthony today from Drew Boogie.
Thank you, Drew.
He's doing that live in studio, by the way, which is just amazing. Bob Kelly sitting in for Jim Norton today.
I'm going to get Anthony a pipe.
A pipe?
Yeah.
Why a pipe?
I want to get him a pipe and a silk robe.
You can walk around like the old Hef days.
Like an old dog.
I think he should turn his pad into kind of a Playboy mansion for Long Island.
Really?
I think it would
for
be
Long Island. That's great.
That's exactly what Long Island needs. I hear you're putting in a pool. Perfect.
Yeah, not just a pool, my friend.
That's what I'm saying.
This whole yard now, because I had the guy come over yesterday after the show. Went home. I got there had to be 15 people running around my house doing things. Like they're putting in all kinds of electronics for a sound system, speakers in all the rooms, TVs. I want TVs on every flat wall in every room. Just TV. I didn't put a TV in my bathroom.
Of course.
And I'm in there. I swear to you, when I wake up in the morning, I'm in there for 5 minutes to just brush my teeth, splash some water on me, and I'm out. And turn on the TV. That's it. Swivels around because I have like a real big bathtub, so it could swivel around, face the bathtub, swivel around, face the can, could swivel around, face the big glass shower door. Because TV is very important.
I got one in my bathroom, and you know what else? You can actually get the one that's in the mirror. You can't see it until you turn it on.
Oh, like
you got one of those?
No,
somebody was telling me about that one.
I wanted to get one, but you can get those. I wish I did get it. You can just turn it on and it pops on, and then you see it in the mirror, and then
right
you
in the
shut it
mirror.
off, it's gone.
That's very cool.
You gonna get a bidet?
And no, I'm not gonna get a bidet.
Get a bidet.
Got baby wipes. Yeah, right. Baby wipes. Thank you, Drew.
It's like a baby wiping you.
Wipes.
All right, listen, we have to go back to the phones before we lose these people. We're talking about hookers. We can go back to that in a second here. Nathan in Michigan, what do you have?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, Nathan.
Hey, I got a good on this one, man. I'm a truck driver, and you have people little lot lizards knocking on your door on your truck every night about 2:00 at night. You got someone knocking on your doors. I mean, these people are just flat out nasty, man. I mean, sores all over the place and everything.
And they won't even let you sleep in the rest areas. They're just going door to door.
No, I mean, seriously, I was in Springfield, Massachusetts a couple days ago here. 2:00 in the morning, I'm dead asleep. I hear someone knocking on the door. Get out there, and there's a girl sitting there asking me if I want anything. It's like, man, I want to fucking sleep. Oh, sorry about the language.
Whoa.
What's going on?
One slipped right by me.
It's because of the topic. That's why people forget it.
Yeah, exactly. So she's knocking on your door. You come out. She's asking if you want anything, and you're like, no, I want to effing sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if she was a hot little thing, would you go for it?
Yeah, no, I got a wife at home. I got a 20-month-old daughter. I love them to death. Yeah, I won't do anything like that.
What if she was $20? $20, 2 in the morning, and she was cute, like in her 20s.
Yeah, that's pretty much impossible at these truck stops.
What if she had a Big Mac?
Nah, I love my wife to death. I wouldn't do anything like that to her.
All right, thank you, sir. We got another trucker that's saying you're lying. It's Nick in Pennsylvania. Nick, what's up?
Yeah, I've been over the road now 5 years. I've been from one end of the country to another. I've been throughout the whole country of Canada. You don't get lot lizards every night. You get them rarely. You get them in dirtbag places, and you get them if you're a dirtbag. They sell signs, right, that stickers you can put right on your truck window that says no lot lizards. It's a ugly looking lot lizard in a circle with a line. Yeah, but they are scummy when you get them.
Whoa! Now I have to disagree with you. If they're going out of their way to make stickers that say no lot lizards, that means it's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a problem in the really bad areas, but it isn't. It's not every night, and it also, like I said, it depends. Truckers park way in truck stops are huge. They park way in the back. If you park way in the back, like I'm talking about almost a mile away from the truck stop in some of these places, you might get some of those people. But mostly you get dirtbags who are trying to clean your rims for $25, trying to sell you speakers, that fell off the truck like in Jersey. You know how you get the speakers, the guys that come around?
Yeah, sure.
But you don't really get that many lot lizards, because nowadays, it used to be about 20 years ago, lot lizards all the time. But nowadays, these truck stops have signs. You're not allowed to solicit. You're not allowed to call the police, because you get religious people, too, who knock on your door sometimes. You get Jehovah's Witnesses in your truck, too, believe
it's like
it or
just
not.
your home on wheels with these idiots coming and knocking on your door.
You just want to sleep.
Yeah, no doubt. That's exactly what you want. I've been woken up once in the 5 years, and the lady, I pulled the curtain aside, and I'm looking down at her, and she's looking at me with, like, these puppy dog eyes, and that was the only thing on her that was even remotely human. Everything else, she was toothless. And I was like, I rolled down the window, I'm like, lady, get out of here. Like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Wow. It's because of the topic.
No, it's the truckers.
Yeah.
That word is like law to these guys.
They love tossing that word out,
boy,
don't
do
they?
All right, he punched out after the curse. It's fine. Let's go to Brian in Illinois. Brian?
Yeah, I just wanted to call him back up what that last driver was saying. They're not going around beating on your door at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's far and few between. They're mostly on the CB advertising, go to a different channel and what are you looking for? They're not that blatant. They're just running around beating on your truck like the first guy was saying.
Wait, is there a CB channel dedicated to like lot lizards and hooking up?
No, well, 19's what we normally run, what we call Sesame Street. And then they'll say go to a different channel. A lot of guys, a lot of girls will fight over a channel. Well, I was on this channel first, hooker, get off my channel.
They're fighting over it. That's their turf.
Not really a dedicated channel other than go to 19. They say
like a street
one
corner
time for commercial company.
Yeah.
Whatever channel they're running, you go to it.
I gotta imagine, when everyone got a CB radio back in the day, you truckers were loving that. Because now that was like the internet for you guys. And then we decided, the CB radio wasn't for us. And, of course, the truckers continue to this day. So now the choices aren't as much as it used to be, I'm thinking.
Well, now we've got, tops in our truck. We just go to Craigslist.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah. I was thinking that. I'm like,
Thank you, sir.
These guys calling up saying it doesn't happen. They're not angels. These guys just go. They know where to go.
Right. Let's say hi to Ryan in New York. Ryan, what's up?
Anthony said that he'd never been with a hooker, but when he was 13, his dad got him while he was coming out of the shower.
That wasn't a hooker.
Well, I think
it was just some older lady that was sitting on the bed waiting for you.
No, it was a friend of the family. I'd known her for about a year. She used to hang out. It had nothing to do with. She wasn't paid for or anything. She just was
You were 13 and she was what, 20 or something like that?
19.
She was 19?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when the original story is told, she was a hooker.
So you're trying to say that...
Was not. Why would... Ryan, you're an ass. Why would you go, I don't know, when the original story was told? I know the story. I know she wasn't a hooker.
But I'm thinking...
Find any friggin' version of that story where I say she's a hooker.
But... So you're just saying that the 19-year-old with the big boobies wanted a piece of 13-year-old ass?
Yeah, she was all horny,
Whoa. You said she was a horny,
not whore. She was just, whatever.
Didn't anybody hear Ant's original stories that his father squabbled away all his money? He has no money to pay for a hooker.
Yeah, there was no money. You're right. Thank you, Drew. There was no money to...
Why are you sticking up for him? We had him in a corner.
There's no money to eat. Never mind pay for a hooker. She wasn't a hooker. She was just a friend of the family. She was banging everybody.
She just needed to get at that skinny 13-year-old body, man.
Whatever got her through the night.
I'm suspicious. I think there was some kind of favor that was going
there
back
was
and forth.
Nothing going back and forth.
Dying to run her hair, her hands.
Why would it last? Why would that last for a year then?
There's not many. Oh, okay, that's nice. There's not many of us that was a catch at 13 years old.
I was.
For older women?
I was gorgeous.
And you were getting older women with your 13-year-old little body.
I was in a foster home, dude, and my foster mother's best friend who lived next door used to take me to her house.
And bang you?
Well, she'd do things to me, and the one time we were gonna actually bang, I was leaving for another foster home, and my foster mom knocked on the door right when I broke the seal.
Oh, jeez.
Her little kid was in the other room just sitting there playing by himself.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was awful. He had like that fruit juice mouth just sitting there in front of a
fruit juice mouth. And so did you.
I felt so bad for the little kid. He's sitting in front of a window with no curtain, just hot sun coming down on his head. I'm in with his mom.
Yeah. Let's go to Bob in Connecticut. Bob. Bobby. Lost Bobby. All right. So, was your foster mother bummed out about that?
She never knew. She never found out. The guy that she was dating to, the lady I was with, actually used to get me high. So he would always say, look, don't tell anybody I'm getting you high. Because I was coming out of juvie jail. That's what happens. You go out of the juvie jail into a foster home. And if you get caught doing anything, you go right back to jail. They just throw you right back in. So he would be like, don't tell anybody I'm getting you high. And she would be like, don't tell anybody that I'm, playing with you while you take showers at my house. And I was playing both of them against each other. And then I would hang out with them at night. We used to play darts in the living room. My foster dad, my mom, and these two.
Sounds great.
She would come back in the room. They'd all be in the room talking. I'd be in the room just throwing darts by myself. She'd come back in and just grab my stuff and just start making out with me. And they were like right on the other side of the. What a dirty woman. What a dirty woman.
Very nice. Let's say hi to Joe in Brooklyn. Joe.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Listen, the thing that I love about these girls is, God bless them, I could pay them to not have the headache. The other day, I was getting head by one.
Whoa!
No. Oh, I'm so sorry.
And he's still talking and telling his story. Will you shut the F up?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Joe!
Yeah. I just want to say.
Joe. When you're on the phone with someone and they're actually doing noises, why would you continue talking and telling your story under that?
Because I have a tumor.
We want people to hear you. I'm not doing this to be a dick. I'm doing this so we could get more people hearing your story. So when we do that, we're trying to slow you down.
Because, you were a little, cursy. You were a little cursy.
Sorry. But anyway.
You love hookers.
Yeah, I love them. I'm not a bad. I'm a good-looking guy. I'm good in the sack. I'm well endowed. I mean, I paid them. I don't have a headache. I have my girlfriend or whatever at home. They're doing me a favor. The other day, she was doing me a favor. I had a notepad on her back, and I was writing a love letter to my girlfriend.
Jesus.
You can tell them that they're sloppy.
Right.
Tell them, almost dirty. They'll do things that your girl probably won't do.
All right.
Throw them a little crowbar inside. Nice.
All right, thank you, sir. Jay in Cleveland. Good morning, Cleveland. How are you, Jay?
Good morning today.
What's up, buddy?
I want to say that I've never paid for a hooker or a prostitute, but my wife costs more than any high-priced hooker around.
That's the old story.
Got to pay for it either way.
Somehow.
Somehow, some way, you're paying for it,
You're a wife. They're a hooker. What are you doing? You're buying them stuff and you're getting sex. Right.
Mike in New York City, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good, Mike.
I have a buddy who consistently goes to prostitutes all the time. At 3 out of 6 times, that guy's got to get robbed. A couple months ago, I'm walking into his apartment building. This girl jets out of his lobby. I'm waiting for the elevator. My buddy comes out with a towel around his waist, goes running after the girl. Always, without a doubt, the guy has no problem. Every time, he's going to get a hooker, I don't know if he orders them off the Burley Bear Network or where, but the guy's always getting prostitutes. Punch it out, guys. Take it easy.
Well, we'll be right back with the Burley Bear Network. I'm Robert Kelly. Take care.
Robert Kelly sitting in for Jim Norton. You promoting anything there, Bob?
Yeah, I'm going to be in Sacramento Punchline, March 26th through the 30th. Go to punchline.com.
Very good.
For information and tickets.
All right, we go to break by going to the FU line and seeing what's going on today. It's Opie and Anthony.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line.
Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 6 new voice messages. First voice message.
Yeah, I want to say FU daylight savings time, making me have to get up an hour early. You.
Next message. I'm calling from Buffalo, and I want to give a big you to Aaron. You are so full of yourself that everyone who has to work underneath you wants to throw up. We all despise you. You are no better than us. Get off your pedestal. We think you suck. You make our lives miserable. You. Next message.
Hi, this is Zach from Rochester, and I want to send you to my ex-girlfriend. Listen, babe, the reason why we broke up is because you never washed your... Oh, yeah, and she's a devoted listener, too, so she'll get this. Thank you.
Next message.
Hey, this is Kevin from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm sending a big FU out to my employer who's laying 300 people off today. You German bastards.
Next message.
I just want to give a big you to the idiots that work for me. When I tell you to be at work at 6 a.m., get your ass out of bed and be at work at 6 a.m. Step into my office. You know why? Because you're fired.
Next message.
I would like to give a big you to my mother. You just couldn't lay off the alcohol for 9 lousy months. Could you? You lush. You.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
What's new at OpieandAnthony.com?
I just don't care.
Hey, I don't give a shit. I'm going to tell you anyway.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
All right.
First of all, there's old school Opie and Anthony clips. Got a whole new batch of videos for you to check out from the olden days of Opie and Anthony. Many of them with titties.
Yes!
There's also old school audio clips for you people who want to traipse down memory lane. Also up on the website, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see some brand new Opie and Anthony animation, which goes nicely with our animation festival that we're trying to put together. That's what's going on OpieandAnthony.com.
Get it. Go get it. Get it. Go get it.
Quarterback.
Nice. Joe Boogie in studio this morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Hey, Bob Kelly in studio.
Like Drew's angry face when he does it.
Who, Drew's angry face?
Angry. Little fingers going back and forth.
He's an angry scratcher.
He's angry because he had to get up at 5.
Yeah, give us that angry face again, Joe, real fast. Phone number 877-212-0-A.
Anthony's multitasking again.
No, I'm actually
doing what?
Reading.
Reading what?
Steve from Bayshore just logged on.
Okay.
He said hi. I'm saying...
How long does it take to read hi?
Who do you think
Steve.
you're kidding?
Dude,
Who do you think you're kidding?
Really, it's like being around my niece when she's on the computer. She got like 95 screens open. She's on 15 websites.
Would you? And then look, see, I got to turn on the audio.
Yeah.
There we go. Hi.
You're so interested in seeing what Steve has to say this morning. Are you kidding me?
Steve from Bayshore checked in. He was like, hello. And I said hello. I gave a little number.
All right.
And everything's fine.
All right.
Now it's Steve.
All right, we'll play along with you. That's fine.
Play along.
Yeah, well, okay.
You're back to the show?
Are you with us? You're multitasking.
Of course.
Bob Kelly brought it to a lot of people's attention that you like to multitast.
I'd love to see him without a keyboard do the show.
I did it the other day.
I like
because the computers were down.
It was a great show, too.
Was it?
Wow, it was all right.
Look, I'd rather talk about pertinent issues like the new governor.
The sleeping ass that he is.
When Bobby called him the sleeping ass.
Yeah.
He just always looks drowsy.
Can I just say something? When he was doing the press conference, how did he know where to look? And
Yeah.
And how did he know? Like, did people have to like stand up and like tap his leg?
They have people that point him in the right direction and then kind of let him loose. It's like trying to teach a kid how to ride a bike. Like, if for a few seconds you can let him go and he's okay. So they lead him out onto the stage and they point him toward the podium and they just kind of shove him and he walks straight until he feels the podium.
Can I just say something though? You know he's listening. He heard everything you said.
He's a good. You got to be a good listener. I don't get it. I don't understand how you could be blind and the governor of a state. I don't get it. Don't you have to like walk around a lot of communities and see what's going on?
How about when there's a disaster and they fly over, the governor flies over so he can then declare a state of emergency? He's got he'd just be like, it looks fine to me. Looks like it does every day. There could be like complete turmoil down below.
I heard he doesn't even know he's black.
Look, there's a blind woman in my neighborhood, and she has a hell of a time just crossing the street. So so I look at her and I'm thinking, now put that person in office, and they're now running the state.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get it. I hear he's a very, very well-liked man. I hear that he's very intelligent, all that
well
stuff. Well respected, but he's blind!
You know, when they picked him, though, he was like, just get the blind guy. Come on.
He'll put you over the top.
They never thought the day would come where he'd be stumbling his way up to the podium.
Right. He needs a guy to tell him what's going on. So why not make that guy the governor?
Yeah. Make the guy that tells him that, like, wow, there's really devastation down there. I'm looking at buildings that are flooded. You really need to declare a state of emergency. Oh, okay. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, make him the governor, and then, like, the blind guy could be like an advisor.
Hey, then we could save all those trees from reprinting everything in Braille.
Now it makes perfect sense that Elliot Spitzer had this guy as his lieutenant governor, because he
can't see anything.
He can't. Yeah, well, that old gag. I know.
That's it.
But in case
what are you doing there, Elliot? Nothing. Just
nothing. He's probably banging hookers 5 feet from this guy.
Right in front of him. Are we touring Fulton Street Fish Market? Where? No, just don't worry about it.
Elliot Spitzer's like, God, I need a place to bring all these hookers.
Is it raining?
Well,
out?
I'll bring the hookers to the lieutenant governor's office. He won't know.
Are you chewing gum? What's that sound?
Are you having a silly string contest again?
Stephen S. from Bayshore. Well, I've heard this too, Stephen. He says, I hear he's canceling daylight savings time in New York because it just doesn't matter to him. So, for the rest of America, our new governor here in New York State takes effect, Monday? So Elliot Spitzer is going to have a hell of a weekend as the governor.
Oh, yeah.
Is blind and black, and he's from Harlem. Just wonderful qualifications.
Sure. That's so hard to overcome. You know what he overcame in life?
Amazing, isn't it?
He was blind and black and had to come. I mean, that's...
And had to work himself out of the ghetto.
The ghetto. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Back in the days where Harlem wasn't a tourist attraction that it is now. It really is.
I know.
It's come a long way.
Revitalization of the area. And a lot of people are angry up there that it's happening. They just rezoned 125th Street, I guess.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are mad because it's going to bring in business. They say that white people are going to come in and set up businesses, and it's going to take away from the spirit of Harlem. It's like, how about it's just nice to have businesses in there and people spending money in your community?
Well, they're building a new high-rise up there, a brand new condo.
Yeah.
It's funny you should say, because I had this very conversation on the way into work today from someone who knows, and he was telling me, Harlem is looking much better these days, and people are moving up there into these really nice condos, like Bob Kelly was mentioning, and they're getting robbed and knocked over the head, and then they're looking at the police like, help me, what the hell's going on?
And they're like,
and the police are like, you just bought a really nice condo right next to the projects, you dummy. The projects aren't going anywhere.
Well, actually, they are. They're over on 125th on the east side. I think it was a state or whatever, bought all the projects, and now they're selling the projects. You can buy the apartment in the projects.
Really?
Yes.
That's like Baltic and Mediterranean on Monopoly. It's like real cheap, but you build some hotels on there, and it adds up.
Yeah, they want all projects off of Manhattan. Move it out to the rest of the boroughs. That's the long-term goal.
Yeah.
Just make Manhattan ridiculously wealthy. And everybody
even uptown. Yeah.
And everybody else has to just move to the boroughs.
Well, you can buy the place for like 60 grand, like $100,000.
Oh, great! It's worth 10.
But you can get it. They give you a tax abatement for 15 years, so no taxes for 15 years.
Wow!
And the actual condo fees are like $25 a month.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is saying, look,
that's wonderful, but it's an adventure just trying to get up to your apartment every night.
Well, I mean, you could start jogging. I would say running for your life.
I would just get a rope. I would just climb up the side of the building to my apartment every night.
I thought you were going another way.
No.
I would.
Our own Pat Duffy, who makes no money, is moving up to Harlem because that's the only place he can afford. Yes. I would like to know what kind of place he's getting in Harlem. Well, speaking of the new governor, who's a bit blind, a bit black, we got a little something.
Presenting Community Outreach with Lieutenant Governor James Patterson. In today's edition, Mr. Patterson enjoys a round of archery with some inner city youngsters at summer camp in the Adirondacks.
See, he's blind.
Oh, I get it.
Damn, I just thought he was a bad archer.
See, he's blind.
So it would be silly for him to...
So he didn't know where the target was, so he might have got one of the youths in the chest instead of the... I can't wait for the next one, Steve and Tim. Wow. I guess we're telling everyone that he's blind. All right, getting back to Jason Itzler. So we're kind of connected to this Kristen girl. You know, because a lot of people like to do this. Well, you know, you like to see how close you can get to a story. And the hooker that was with Elliot Spitzer there used to work for New York Confidential. And Jason Itzler, who used to run the place until he yipped about it a little too much, and they threw him in jail and took his business away. I guess you can't brag that you're a pimp of a high priced prostitution ring. I guess, right? Didn't he spend some time in jail too?
Oh yeah,
yeah. They found
because he opened his mouth.
$600,000 in cash in his apartment.
Well, Jimmy went to that pad and he said it was just amazing how nice it was. Because Jason Itzler came in with his girls, and we had him on the air. And we were actually basically promoting his place, and he offered us all a free hour. I said no. Ann said no. And this is the God's honest truth. He asked the whole staff. There might be somebody else on staff that might have took him up on an hour and never told us. But we know Jimmy went and had a wonderful time, a great time. And the girl he was with was like the poster child for this place when the whole thing went down. She was the one that was on in the papers and on the magazine covers and all that. So Jason Itzler is now claiming that this Kristen girl worked for him before she worked for the Emperor's Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jason Itzler was on one of our favorite TV shows last night, Larry King.
Under what circumstances, Jason, did you first connect with her?
I was checking into the Gansevoort Hotel, probably with Natalia at the time.
Natalia would be Jimmy's broad.
Was it?
She came in here and,
Yeah, Natalia. We know Natalia pretty well. She made numerous appearances on this radio show.
What'd she do?
And Jimmy made a fine appearance right on top of her.
On the show?
No,
afterwards.
But she was in here many, many times. She loved what she did.
Probably with Natalia at the time. In 2004. Usually the rooms are ready when you check in. In this circumstance, they were not ready. So I sat down on the couch. I look up. There's a gorgeous brunette smiling at me. I was captivated. Thought she might be hitting on me. She wasn't. She asked me if I wanted a drink. Turns out she was a greeter cocktail waitress at the Gansevoort Hotel, which, if people don't know, is a super hip, trendy boutique hotel in Manhattan, my favorite hotel in Manhattan.
It's a very, 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 very fancy place down there in the meatpacking district. That's a place to be seen in good old New York City.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I went there once. It's they have an awesome rooftop like bar area that's amazing. Yeah.
I don't get invited to those things.
And then Jason Itzler continued.
How successful was she when she went to work for you? How successful was she at what she did?
As a whore. How successful of a whore hose bag was she? How important is oral when you're going to be a whore?
He is just the worst. What the hell did he just say?
Successful was she when she...
How successful was she?
How successful? I mean, and by successful, I mean how many miles of did she take? I'm talking miles.
If you can string them all together.
Yeah. In your estimation, how many gallons of...
Yeah.
did she collect in her time with you?
Did she actually make her breath better with garlic? Question. Answer, please.
I need to know. I'm horny.
My suspenders are getting tight with this story.
My head's going to fall off.
Ow, my shoulders hurt. Someone loosen Larry's suspenders. I need a garlic suppository. Would she do a prostate exam? Question, answer, please. Chicago, you're on the air.
How successful was she when she went to work for you? How successful was she at what she did?
What? That could be the dumbest question to ask a pimp.
Of course.
Well, actually, Larry, she sat on the couch for months at a time waiting for someone to pick her.
Not very successful. It was hard to really, for her to catch on.
Right.
How good was she? How good was she at what she did?
Would she use all three inputs?
I almost said I don't have a button, and I almost messed up.
What do you need?
I'm done.
See, we could just do this when you're ready.
Nah, it's all right.
Nothing?
I went to push a button, though. I went, how successful was she at...
Larry makes $7 million a year to ask dumb questions like that.
Was she a good girl? Would she work even if the sheets looked like it had Welch's grape juice spilt on them in the morning? Would she still work? Because that's a good girl. Answer, please.
We didn't call the new governor James Patterson. We know that's the author.
James Patterson, you're on the air.
It's David Patterson. We know that.
Stop blinking. Use some Visine. What's the matter with you? You got something in your eye?
This guy won't look me in the eyes.
Jeez.
He has no respect.
What's that, an eyelash in both eyes? You're blinking like crazy. You look like Norton when he's mad.
What, am I boring you? Can't keep awake?
Wake up. What are you, Anthony, on the show after a night out?
Whoa, whoa.
What are you, Than, after moving? What are you, E-Rock every day? Figuratively speaking. Question, answer, comment, Chicago.
How successful was she when she went to work for you? How successful was she at what she did?
I don't think we should jump there yet. I met her. She offered me a drink. I thought she's beautiful. And I didn't want her to be an escort in New York Confidential. I actually wanted to go on a date with her. She was breathtaking. So I gave her my business card, which is a titanium New York Confidential card at the time. And I was hoping that she wouldn't look up the website and find out that I ran an escort agency. I was hoping that she'd be impressed by my card and just call me.
Breathtaking. I had my breath taken away once. It was called a heart attack. I've had a couple of them. Question. Cardiologist, comment, Denver. You're on.
Here's a question. Has he had more wives or heart attacks? Does anyone know the answer to that?
I seem to have one with each wife.
I know he's been married at least 5 or 6 times, and I think his heart attacks are up to that that total as well.
I need more garlic.
Right.
He always makes that face now because I think his teeth are coming out during the show.
Oh, I know. You hear his dentures just popping in his mouth.
So he actually tilts his head forward and then like pushes his teeth back in and wrinkles his nose up. Oh,
man.
I wish this was TV. That's a great face, Bobby.
I need some Effordent. It gets out the Welch's grape juice stains. You mind if I just pop my teeth out and put them on the desk while we chat?
Impressed by my card and just call me. I get a phone call 2 days later. Hi, Jason, this is Ashley from the Gansevoort Hotel. Do you remember me? I said, of course. She said, I want to work for you. And I laughed. Hysterically, I laughed. And I said, do you know what I do? And she said, of course I know what you do. I went to your website. And I said, get over here right now. She came over to New York Confidential. I introduced her to Natalia, and we knew that we had found out.
I told you we have a connection to this story.
Can I just say,
Natalia.
he's skipping a big part of the story.
No kidding. He banged her once.
Get over here right now. I introduced him to Natalia.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Here's Natalia. Here's me, you, and Natalia in bed.
Yeah.
Betsy.
You got to take her for
Coke.
My mother.
You got to take her for a test drive before she put her out there on the lot.
How important was Natalia's ass in procuring this new whore? How do you get a new whore? Do you buy them like the old slave days? Did you check her teeth?
Did you trade her for a bale of hay?
Yeah. How did you get her? What did she run you? How much is a whore these days? I remember in the old days, I could get a heavy sex session with J's and everything for a half a sawbuck, we used to call it. Back when we dressed like the Little Rascals.
I told Danny to just give us a little piece of this. Danny, now you got to get more of Larry King on
I
here.
hate Larry.
Larry King asking
Such a
questions
douche.
to a pimp could be some of the best stuff ever.
Yeah, and we knew that we had found a rock star escort when we met Ashley. And I'm sorry I interrupted you, Larry.
Okay, how well did she do?
What do you think a rock star means, you idiot?
How well did she do? Would she tickle your while she
in your
Let's say I was her. Could I in her while she my and then on the curtains?
Oh, God. Just give your seat to Anderson Cooper already. What are you waiting for?
Would she me for a pair of silk stockings?
Actually, we don't want Larry King to retire because then we have less stuff to talk about on this dopey show.
You know, the governor of New York, the new blind guy, he looks like Gabe Carter.
Gabe Carter?
Yeah.
Cotter?
Yeah, Carter, whatever his first.
Gabe Kaplan?
Kaplan.
As in welcome back,
Mr. Cotter?
Cotter,
Or you just like...
I just saw him.
Was that Arnold Barberino?
Sorry, what are you going to do?
Boo.
It was coming somewhere.
Hey, Blinky. Governor Blinky. What are you trying to get me in trouble? Sexual harassment? He's winking at all the girls 2 eyes at a time. Gonna get me fired.
He's trying to hypnotize me. Look.
I know you people have a strong libido, but you're ridiculous. One girl at a time, for God's sake.
Our escort when we met Ashley. And I'm sorry I interrupted you, Larry.
Okay, how well did she do?
She was spectacular. In my opinion, she was the hottest, sexiest escort New York Confidential ever had. Natalia was the best escort the world has ever had. For the category of sexy and hot, this girl took the cake. This is the ultimate girl next door.
So you're saying she's the Michael Jordan of Is that what you're trying to tell me? She's the Tom Brady of jobs.
What's wrong with you?
She's the Tiger Woods of sex. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, my God. Get us more Larry King. Booby Man.
Larry
I can't do
rules.
Larry's voice, obviously. It's Anthony's thing, but I'll try Booby Man from Brooklyn. Did she tickle your bibby? When did he say bibby?
Bibby. The Bippy.
When was that?
1955 when it might have been relevant. Dolt.
Where did we get that from? Now I'm confused. There's a linger longer there.
Oh, was it?
Was it?
Bippy?
Right. Hey, I'm yelling at the listeners, right? Because I said, look, we know James Patterson is the author, and the new governor is David Patterson.
Oh, no.
And I'm yelling and screaming like, you dopes. We're not that stupid.
Oh, no.
And I'm yelling at these idiots like, get the wax out of your ears, right?
Yeah.
Someone brings it to my attention that it's in the little community service thing that just ran. And it went by all our heads here.
Yeah.
Really?
My copy actually says David Patterson, and for some reason I said James Patterson when I voiced it and walked out of the room, and Tim didn't catch it either. Tim,
I'm sticking up for you. I'm yelling and screaming at these dopes going, wake the F up.
complete jackass.
Listen again, Ant.
Presenting Community Outreach with Lieutenant Governor James Patterson. In today's edition, Mr. Patterson enjoys a round of archery with some inner-city youngsters at summer camp in the Adirondacks.
See, he missed the target because he's blind. B is for blind.
So what's his name?
David Patterson. James Patterson's the author.
So you had an author doing archery?
Yeah, why are you having an author doing archery?
Steve, I don't get your bit. Why is the author unable to shoot a bow and arrow into a target? Comment, Steve. You're on the air, Trenton.
I'm looking at my copy, and I wrote and I typed David Patterson. I go back to Tim and I said, "Did I say James Patterson or David Patterson?" And he plays. He said, "You said David." Then he plays it.
Is James Patterson blind too?
No, James Patterson.
So the whole bit was the wrong guy.
Yes.
So he actually just was a bad archer.
Yeah.
Just a horrible archer, but an author.
And that's how you executive produce.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Steve is for fag.
Oh.
Dan, South Carolina, what's up?
Dan, comment, you're on.
Dan, South Carolina, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, bud?
Hey.
I was calling in about that, the posting y'all had on the website, or the thing about the news reporter getting her ass kicked.
What?
You better punch out, dude. You're in flames. Going in fast.
Just go away.
Your wings ripped off. There's no recovering. Wow.
Just wrecked our whole Larry King segment.
Damn him. How important is being coherent when you call? Comment. Dan, you're on.
Here's something, let the crystal meth wear off before you call our radio show.
Yeah. Sometimes it might feel to you like it wore off, but then wait 2 more hours.
You're more of a Bob and Tom type caller. Leave us alone.
Yeah, don't stick your head out the window like a dog and make a call.
Right. All right, we're going to continue with after the break. We got Billy Crystal at bat. This is just a heartwarming story today.
Oh, the news has just picked up on this. They love it.
Can I just say something, though? If Billy Crystal ever does see my act and says good things and we become friends, I deny all this.
Yeah, you won't trash
What
him.
about to happen?
Be like
I
Jimmy.
deny. Yes, I'll jump on a coattail in a second.
And also a big FU to the news here in New York City and a huge FU to Z100. E-Rock has got some intel, right? What's going on?
Yeah, they're saying that Z100 is the first to world premiere Kristen's song off her MySpace page.
What?
We did a first thing yesterday morning.
And ours was a world premiere.
And they debuted it during afternoon drive time yesterday.
They're getting a lot of credit today all over the news, and we freaking brought that song to
Of course we did.
to everyone's attention.
Hoo-hoo.
Who is right?
Rip us off.
That's right, Robin. All right, we'll do this, then we're going to do Drill Boogie, then we're going to come back in a little bit after we do that other thing. So,
Re-elect Governor Elliot Spitzer. As Attorney General, he exposed record companies that paid millions of dollars each year to get music stations to add songs to their playlists. As client number 9, he exposed himself to high-priced escorts who would point and laugh at his cashew-shaped genitals. Re-elect client number 9 for governor. Paid for by the Opie and Anthony Show.
And for all the rest of you people, you go straight to hell. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, put them together for
Thanks, Drew. We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. That's audio from a character I used to do 15 years ago at this point.
Do you still know how to do it?
No, of course he does.
No.
I mean, listen.
No.
You don't know.
No.
You don't know.
No.
You forgot?
No.
You forgot?
This was like in the early 90s when I was working in Buffalo at the Fox, which is now the Edge.
What's the character's name?
Spuds Buckley.
Spuds Buckley.
And how did he start out, though? Like, how did
With brain damage?
How did he start out?
Yeah, how did it come to you? Like, how did you go?
I was an overnight DJ, desperate for attention. So I invented this character and brought it to a morning show, and he kind of went with it.
They went with Spuds Buckley?
I don't know why.
3 different morning shows did.
How did
I was a staple for 3 morning shows.
And what did Spuds do? Like, what was his thing?
He was not shy. He was very naive. He was full of energy.
Well, you make him sound almost endearing instead of completely annoying.
But see, that's the beauty of it. See, yes, he was very annoying, but he didn't know he was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Based on my real personality, obviously.
Yeah.
And you forgot how to do him, though?
Yeah.
He doesn't still live in your heart somewhere?
No, my voice changed. I forgot all about this dumb thing, and just kind of stumbled upon it a year or two ago. I went, oh my God, that's right, I used to do this thing.
Spuds Buckley?
Dude, I was making $12,000 a year. Give me a break.
That was a lot back then, though.
$12,000 a year, and I would do midnight to 6 on the radio, and then I would do 6 to 10 with the morning show. Not the whole morning, but I would come in and do my thing when I wasn't getting them coffee and donuts.
Who would do the morning, Spuds or you?
Bearman. Then they hired some dude from L.A., some like stud from L.A. that used to do weather or something, but he was in radio. I think his name is Garth Hemp or Guy Hemp. I don't know. I think there's 2 of them. I think Garth Hemp, and he had one of these voices, and he came to Buffalo. And I, as a little like kid, like just getting started in broadcast, I'm like, hey, I got this character. We don't need you, kid.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He hated Spuds Buckley.
Who wouldn't?
Did you do it for him, like off air, like in?
Oh yeah.
Like just in a blank studio with.
Here's the character now. I'd like to do for you. It's Spuds Buckley.
Yeah.
Let me just get into character. You turn around.
Yeah.
And then you turn back.
Yeah.
And you're Spuds.
Now here's the deal. We're going on vacation,
taking
a little over a week off, and when we get back, we'll do the whole Spuds Buckley thing.
But I want to hear it.
No, I'm going to give you a little something today.
Something new?
Yes, but when we get back, this is the big get. Oh, you'll be chatting about it on message boards only 4 more days before we get to hear more Spuds Buckley.
Will they?
I think one of my taste buds just died.
Wow, I can't believe they teased this. Oh, my God. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next week until they come back and give me more Spuds Buckley. Stupid thing is taking on a life of its own. And I haven't even found my cassette where I have all of Spuds Buckley's appearances.
Oh, well.
Including songs I used to write and sing.
songs you would sing?
Oh, yeah.
You would sing songs as Spuds Buckley.
Well, you know, when I was in Buffalo doing radio, you know, the Bills were in the Super Bowl every freaking year.
You didn't sing a Bills song, did you?
Oh, yeah.
You wrote... Wait. You wrote a Bills song and sang it as Spuds Buckley, and you have a recording of this, and we haven't heard it.
Yeah.
No, I really got to find it, because I have hundreds and hundreds of cassettes that I'm still unloading in my apartment. And
Look at the one labeled...
No. That's the problem. A lot of the labels have fallen off these cassettes, so I got to go through them one at a time. It's a pain in the ass, but we'll get there. But
that one, just pick it up and smell them. The one that stinks the most is it.
The big hook in my Super Bowl song might have been "It's Super Bowl Sunday," but done in the Spuds Buckley voice.
Oh my God, no!
You know, it didn't have yuck on it. It had great. Like, go to
good stuff. Good stuff.
I will.
Uno.
All right, listen. I will play you a clip here, and then we save the rest for after break. But we'll give you a little more Spuds Buckley today.
Mm-hmm.
Spuds Buckley.
Yes.
Let it be noted that I am hitting the boo button
no.
on myself.
You should not be able to hit the boo button.
Yes.
You have to just take it. No buttons.
Oh, what I would do to Spuds Buckley if I could find that damn time machine.
Oh, the time machine, yeah.
Oh, boy.
You got to go back and just punch him so hard. Just blindside him.
Oh, boy, would I.
Brass knuckles to the side of the face.
Absolutely.
And he wouldn't even know. He's like, what are you doing? You go like, I'm you from the future, idiot.
I think
You're being a jerk.
I think if I could go back in a time machine, I would get Spuds Buckley addicted to heroin.
But then you would be so strung out that when you reach the point now, you would be probably destitute. You wouldn't have access to a time machine, so it never would have happened.
Oh. Yeah, but
then you'd be fine and you'd be able to do it.
But I also...
Then if you did it...
But also want to rape him and punch him in the face and all these other things. So what does that mean for the current day Opster?
It would screw you up so badly that you would never be able to go in the time machine to go back and screw yourself up. So you'd be normal.
So this whole time machine thing, if I go back and meet Spuds Buckley, I have to kind of like give him encouragement. What fun is that? I want to go back and beat the crap out of this
because if
kid.
you're able to go back,
right,
it means that you couldn't have done those horrible things to him. Because then you'd be so screwed up that you wouldn't be able to go back.
Don't ruin my time machine bit.
Sorry, it's a paradox.
Yeah.
Hate those paradoxes with time travel. Just can't wrap your mind around it.
All right, well,
sucks.
Well, listen, way before Anthony and I did our famous April Fool's prank that got us fired the first time.
Oh, yes.
My second radio, by the way. Because we all got fired when we were working in Buffalo back in the day because they, were bought out. But anyway,
Spuds Buckley didn't save the day.
No, there was a morning show, the Bearman. He's now heard in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
I know. Morning, Bearman.
And his April Fool's prank was to come up with a parade, and then people would call the station like, "Wow, where's this parade? It sounds cool. I want to check it out with my kids." Well, the gag is there was never a parade, but it sounded like there was an actual parade going through Buffalo. And I was part of that bit that day.
Ooh.
As Spuds Buckley.
The Fox Buffalo's home of quality rock and roll. 636. Gracious, good morning. You're on your way with the Bearman. We got the whole Fox crew. We're here at the at the reviewing stand for the first annual Fox Fools Parade. We're located just 1/2 mile west of Furman Boulevard near Shooters, and they're still working on getting...
See, you give the location, and all some people show up and like, hey, where's the parade?
And there's sound effects like they're building a reviewing stand or something. Is that what they're doing? Or a float? What are they building?
Yeah.
As you're on it, what is this, Animal House?
Yeah, what is the hammering in the background? Unless it's Spuds Buckley's head.
We're creating an illusion.
Spud Buckley's.
All you need is a hammer sound, hammering a nail in, and you create an illusion.
An illusion.
Yes.
Theater of the mind.
That's right.
Furman Boulevard near Shooters, and they're still working on getting some of the barriers.
Some of these vendors we got over here, they want to know where the hell they're supposed to be.
Vendors. Let's look at the page. Well,
All right, listen.
No, you got it. You got it.
Please,
you
stop.
got to. Yeah, I know.
Please, please,
Bobby.
please,
Yes, just relish
please,
in it.
Please, please.
Opie,
for the love of everything that's holy, push that button.
What happened?
That was you heard 2 seconds of Spuds Buckley, and now you just want to hear as much as you can.
You haven't heard Spuds Buckley yet?
No, but did he have a hat with a propeller on top?
See, it was that type of character.
I didn't create this character be like cool.
Oh,
it wasn't getting me the Buffalo Betties.
You were like the Nutty Professor. Like one guy was like la 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 la, and then the other one was Buddy Love, the crooner.
You had buck teeth in your pocket and Chinese, like Asian guy glasses.
Dude,
Nah, let me tell you something.
And I would do a lot of stuff out in the streets, and I was too poor to get the proper outfit for Spuds Buckley. So I would just like come up with stuff. Like the pictures that are up on ONARadio.com. That's me as Spuds Buckley. See, there's really nothing that makes me look like the character I'm playing.
No, of course not.
Wait a minute.
Look at it and soak it in.
I have sweatpants, and white basketball sneakers, and the sweatpants are tucked into the white socks that are pulled up pretty high. And then I got the station jacket on because it is Buffalo, and I'm freezing my ass off. And then I have like a do-rag on.
And are you making a la 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 face?
No, I'm doing a what's up, man face.
Oh my God!
All right, let's play this.
Let's look at the page. Well,
la 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 la.
No. Good morning, Bearman. Ladies and gentlemen, put them together for Spuds Buckley.
Put him together. Two mallets with his head between it.
You have to stop. My ears almost fell off. The dew shivers just went up my back. It almost shook my ears off.
Right?
Yeah. You got to remember, I was making 12 G's. This is. I'm being
12
polite.
large, huh?
I'm being polite. This was at least 15 years ago. No, about 15 years ago.
You should have been making Governor Spitzer prostitute money to degrade yourself like that.
And I actually was. I told the story. I was supposed to show up at a really nice outdoor club in Buffalo as Spuds Buckley, and I'm there, and there's all these these hot chicks and guys trying to pick up the hot chicks, and then I was supposed to be like the entertainment and do a couple things and sell some beers. And I sat in my car and basically cried and said, I can't do this.
Cried?
I can't do this. Dude, I have suffered in this business. And I never showed up, and it was a big client. I believe it was like Budweiser or something. I mean, it was a huge client, and I almost got fired. And then I actually did cry in the general manager's office. I'm like, look,
oh my God,
you can't fire me. I just couldn't do this. I was mortified.
You had a life-changing moment in the
car
as Spuds Buckley
in my Honda Accord that had close to 200,000 miles on it.
Did you go
in
home?
The parking lot of this really hip club that I was supposed to make this big appearance at Spuds Buckley?
Did you go home that night and take the outfit off and fold it up and put it in a suitcase and put it up on the top shelf of a closet?
I think that's how this whole character ended. I don't think I did it after that because I just
kind of petered out.
The salespeople, they'll sell anything. They're like, the Spuds Buckley character.
Apparently,
we gotta have him doing appearances all over Buffalo. And the first one, I sat in the parking lot with my dumb, awful outfit that I had next to me on the passenger seat, and I'm like, I can't do this. I will not do this. And I'm pounding the steering wheel. My life sucks. I'm 400 miles away from home, trying to make something of myself in radio.
Oh.
And then it got back to the GM. I didn't show up, and rumor had it that he was just going to fire me flat out. And I actually had to let the tears flow to make sure I didn't get fired.
You used
True
the
story.
bitch get out of a ticket strategy.
Hell yeah, man. Not only did I not get fired, I got a raise.
You got a raise?
Yeah, because I told them how down on my luck I was, making no money, far from home. I was collecting change to eat. But anyway.
I don't like that he's pulling on our heartstrings.
I know, he's trying to get some sympathy now.
Just giving you some background on this dumb thing.
I don't care if you cried in your car and you couldn't eat and you had to go down on people to get a meal. You did Spuds. Blah, la 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 la.
Hey,
good morning, Batman.
Do you want to hear more or what?
Come
on.
Not only do I want to hear more, I have to.
All right, here we go.
I'm here to make a buck this morning.
Spuds, when aren't you here to make a buck, huh?
Hey.
So do you have your vendor permit? I'll trust you, okay?
Okay.
Now you gonna be vending up and down the parade route today?
I'm gonna be selling fudgy wudgy bars this morning.
Oh, Bobby's leaving. Bobby just got up.
Bobby!
He's physically leaving.
Bobby just left. That means we can't play anymore, I guess.
He's leaving.
Too bad. I was willing to give you another 30 seconds today. And he left. He left the studio, and I can't.
I need to hear more because, like I said, I want new Spuds Buckley. Everything so far, I've heard already. I need just something a little new.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to go punch something.
Bobby, why do you think I'm like the biggest dick? Because I've been through the freaking ringer in this business.
Oh, wait a minute. E-Rock's got a Spuds Buckley song?
What?
We represent the lollipop cheer, the lollipop cheer, the lollipop cheer.
Wow. Sounds just like him.
Yeah, you might laugh, but I was the inspiration for SpongeBob SquarePants.
That is true.
Yes, Drew. I could have been making SpongeBob SquarePants money.
You got to play some more. I need new Spuds Buckley for the next break.
Oh, yeah.
See? Just in case you thought I was lying, listen to this.
Uh-oh.
Many years later, this is what was going on in pop culture. I was onto something, my friends.
Yeah, you were on.
See?
That's from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, I was onto something.
Yeah, you were.
About 10 years later, all of a sudden, they're ripping off Spuds Buckley. Where's my residuals? I need residuals. Why do you think I'm a dick, dude? I've done it all in this business. Ant knows. I freaking had to sit on the side of the Long Island Expressway at a gas station pumping a $1.02 gas and handing roses to fatties for Valentine's Day. I've done it all.
Oh,
I've had it. I've done the Jello wrestling in parking lots and stupid kiddie pools.
This is such a backstory of how Opie became Opie.
Absolutely. And I was the guy, oh, you don't mind, let him work every holiday. Oh, God, that's why I'm a dick, if you really want to get into it. I've seen it all, my friend.
Get into it.
I had to do 2 for Tuesdays, and I had to get the let out. And I did Mandatory Metallica, and I did the foreplay weekend where the fourth cut is always live. That was me!
Of course it is.
Who do you think was spinning the tunes for your block party weekend? Me! Who ran the 5 o'clock funnies? Me!
5 o'clock, I've done those.
Oh. Freeway jam?
Yeah, the 5 o'clock traffic jam.
Yeah.
Well, you get some jamming too. That was me, Bob.
He's having a nervous breakdown.
That's why I'm a dick.
Anthony's doing iPhone, Pal Talk, and AIM all at once right now. He's getting scared.
I'm petrified by Opie.
He's multitasking. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No.
What?
First of all, Bob Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Is a rat. Bob Kelly is a rat.
But we all know, though, dude.
If
he's just the one bringing it to everyone's attention.
If I don't care, then why are you bringing it up?
Anthony,
just to be a rat.
Because
you're a rat. You're a goddamn Italian, and you're ratting on another guinea.
Listen,
you're a rat.
Let me just tell you, Anthony, because you look over and you got not. If you had 8 hands, you'd have something electronic in all 8 hands. Okay?
Yeah, one would be vibrating, and you'd be impaled on it. Rat Fink Bob Kelly.
Because Anthony, you're right in front of me.
You'd be shanked in prison in a second.
Wow.
In a second. You hear Bob? Yeah, he's a rat.
Yeah. All right, listen. Let me.
Rats.
All right. I won't.
All families rats.
Let's go to Jason in Carolina. Jason, what's up?
Hey, poor Opie, he's gone through all this radio hell, and what was he doing a week ago? Rubbing baby crap under his nose. Nothing's changed for you, man.
Nah, that's true. You're right. I'm still Spuds Buckley deep down.
I'll always be him.
It's okay, Opie. Relax.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It was
It's
just
okay.
this is the beginning. It was the way you got into, the business.
Who do you think played the songs when we did the 9 to 5 promotion? Listen to a song in the 9 o'clock hour. Listen to one in the 2 o'clock hour. Listen to the one in the 5 o'clock hour. Be the 10th caller, and you win this crappy prize. That was me!
I'm scared.
Very.
Done every dumb promotion available.
Very frightening. Very frightening.
We still love you, though.
He's nervous.
Who started Led Zeppelin A to Z? I started with the first song. The Firecracker 500. That was me!
Firecracker 500. That's 4th of July weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think had to sleep at the radio station the 4th of July weekend? Me! While you're out there barbecuing and drinking and picking up broads. I had to make believe this Firecracker 500 thing was important. Oh, guess what the #1 song of all time is going to be? Oh, is it going to be Stairway to Heaven? Oh, maybe it'll be Freebird this time around. That was me! I had to make believe it mattered.
What?
Oh, he's throwing things. He's all angry.
Dude, he's not even throwing things that won't hurt. He threw a coffee mug.
Oh, Jesus. Big, heavy Starbucks one.
It's a big, heavy Starbucks. Who threw that?
Who had to deliver the big 6-foot heroes and the pizza to the office parks? I actually did that.
I remember that.
I did that at BAB where I thought I was actually, finally doing something with my career. And like one of my jobs was I had to like get the 6-foot hero and go to an office park in the middle of nowhere. And all of a sudden I'm in this office and no one gives a crap. They just want the free sub. And no one knew who I was. And I'm handing out T-shirts and ice scrapers. And I see a kid I graduate with. And he's like, why are you bringing me lunch? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. Remember when I had this dream of going into broadcasting when we were in history class together? Well, this is what it's become 10 years later.
Well, like the guy said, though, I mean, you did make it. You're on a great hit show, and
not back then.
Well, right now, though, you did. You made it.
It's just embarrassing back then.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't. It was actually cool. Honey, guess what I did today? I went down to this big office park. And I brought ice scrapers, and everybody was glad to see me because it was icy out. And
because it was icy out. Brought a sandwich, and it was great because everyone was kind of hungry.
Dude, there was a crowd, and I just threw T-shirts into them. It was They were going nuts. And I'd wait, and then I'd throw it, and they'd go.
They love me.
Oh, they love me, man. The guy gave me his card. He gave me his card. He told me to give him a call. He might want me to promote something as Spuds Buckley. La 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 la.
Let me say hi to Lydia from Oceanside.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Opie.
Hi, Lydia.
Last time I spoke to you, you said you would never, ever see a therapist, but I hear so much anguish in your voice about your past. I wonder if you wouldn't reconsider.
So you think I need a therapist?
I'm just suggesting that you may...
Well, I think you need a big black dick up your ass.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
What's going on?
I certainly hope someone's being attentive. I certainly hope someone's being attentive down the hall. Opie certainly gave her a fine how do you do. Wow.
Jeez. Okay, where are we?
Yeah.
Anthony, where
Frequency modulation, Opie. We are on frequency modulation. You must wait until this signal is beamed into outer space and returns back to Earth, cleansed in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
What? Oh, man, this is the day.
Ooh.
This is Jimmy's nervous somewhere.
Chick. It's always before vacation.
Jimmy's nervous somewhere. He's going, not today, not today.
Wow, I certainly hope.
I've had it with that Lydia crap.
Could you see if the guy down the hall was just like, I gotta go to the bathroom just for 2 seconds, and he's in there and he hears that, blah, he's running with a turtle poking out.
He's wagging a tail like Lassie.
Running down the hallway, tripping over his own jeans because they're around his ankles, falls on his face. misses the button.
When we get back, first this, listen.
If we get back.
I'll trust you, okay?
Okay.
Now you gonna be vending up and down the parade route today?
I'm gonna be selling fudgy wudgy bars this morning. And I got a slogan.
Yeah, he's got a slogan.
This slogan,
why does that
not
make me
only will
angry?
be played after the break, you will be discussing this while we're on vacation. You'll be
The
discussing
slogan?
I'm making a T-shirt of it.
Yeah, please.
I want T-shirts made.
All right, this.
You know what? You should give this this audio right to Coke Logic so he could animate me selling fudgy wudgy bars as Spuds Buckley.
Already, people are guessing.
Guessing the slogan?
I take it in the A.
I guarantee that you can come up with a better slogan than what you're about to hear after the break. As far as
stupid.
As far as just cringing your ass off. As far as hair standing up all over your body.
Oh God.
I'm frightened at this slogan.
Oh, let's do Battle of the Bands.
Did you write it?
Who do you think's going to win tonight? It's Aerosmith, and they're going up against Kansas. Well,
I'd say.
Well, call our request line and vote for your favorite band so we can move on with the bracket.
Dude, I gotta go with Aerosmith over Kansas. They're a lot more relevant now, I think. So I'm gonna say Aerosmith.
Okay, I'll put the one vote down for Aerosmith.
All right, thanks, man. You rock. Boo, boo, boo.
Hey, all right, thank you.
Linger longer. You won't be singing that for a few years, but believe me, it'll hurt.
Hello, you're listening to the Opie Show. I don't even know why I say my name because all I'm doing is Sagan Records. What can I do for you?
Yeah, can you play the latest from the Black Crowes?
Sure, okay, I'll do that. Oh, I'm going to get to talk for 20 seconds soon. Ooh. Oh, I have to read a liner note. Say my name, say the weather, and get back into tunes. Ooh. Ooh.
This was worth years and years away from home.
You wonder why he steps on homeless people's cakes.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, people are saying, Aunt, it couldn't possibly be as bad as the Burley Bear Show.
Thank you, sir, whoever wrote that.
This is Robert Kelly.
That was
We'll be back in just a bit.
By the way, if you haven't checked it out yet, Baby Diaper Mustache on YouTube.
Ugh.
A dumb listener yesterday is like, stop talking about Baby Diaper Mustache. But guess what? A, I do like the attention. B, it's good marketing for the radio show because it gets people talking about Opie and Anthony. And C, there's still a lot of effing people that have no idea what the Baby Diaper Mustache is all about. That's just how this works in Radio Land. Baby Diaper Mustache on YouTube. Also, F.H. Riley's tomorrow night, 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington Village. My restaurant, but really my brother's restaurant. I'm a silent partner. Pest karaoke, you going at?
You're a silent partner?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, it's some silent partner.
Eat this calamari!
For a little karaoke?
Pest karaoke tomorrow night at my brother's joint.
I think I could warble a tune or two out.
And promoting my other brother Elmo, on MySpace. He's got some fine St. Patty's Day Opie and Anthony T-shirts. Just a few left, so you might want to go there and get one of those. We go to break with Drew Boogie. The slogan, promise, after the break. But first, Drew.
I like how that came in with all the energy.
There it is. There you go. Drew Boogie, everybody.
Pray for me.
Here, check it out. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Pray for me.
So where were we? I forgot.
Spuds Buckley.
Yeah, community outreach.
Spuds Buckley.
Brett Spuds Buckley.
Spuds Buckley.
All right, really fast, because the guys, they're working hard in the back offices today. We got a... we'll get to the Spuds, trust me, in a mere seconds here. But first, Anthony, because the bid is working here now. We lost Governor Spitzer. Starting Monday, we got the black, blind
Governor
mayor.
Patterson. Although we don't know what his first name is on any given day.
Governor David Patterson.
David Patterson, or Old Blinky. I like to call him Old Blinky.
You like to call him Old Deadeye.
So we're very excited that he's going to be taking the reins. He's going to be at the helm.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
So
running the ship aground,
reading the Braille.
So we're making fun of his affliction. That's what we do.
Because that's what we do. Okay.
Presenting Community Outreach with Lieutenant Governor David Patterson. Today, Mr. Patterson is swimming with families at a community pool on 23rd Street in New York City.
See, because he's blind.
He can't see.
So he can't see.
So he jumped off the board
and that one doesn't work that well, because even a blind guy could jump off a diving board.
It's
because
pointing at the pool.
It's in the middle of the pool, basically, diving board.
So how do you miss?
Right.
I can understand if there was no water in it.
How blind is he?
I can understand if he was doing a triple Lindy.
Right.
Yeah.
Hit his head off the other diving board.
Like if there's no water in the pool,
right,
then you could absolutely see that happening.
All right, well.
But there's water in the pool.
All right, so then we have to go to the next one, because that one might not have worked. Stand by for Spuds Buckley. But first, this.
Presenting Community Outreach with Lieutenant Governor David Patterson. Today, Mr. Patterson is taking time out of his busy schedule to go to a local youth center to take photographs of needy children.
Lieutenant Governor, they're over there.
See, because he's without sight. He's blind. Why would he be taking pictures of needy kids? Wouldn't he be doing something a little...
What is he, a pedophile?
Yeah, why is he... Like, they have photographers that follow...
But even if they insist that he takes the pictures of the kids, how is that helping them? They're still poor.
You could just say they took the pictures. He's not going to see them.
Right.
You can say, yeah, these give him pictures of your wedding. These are the pictures we took of the kids the other day.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because he's blind. Oh.
If I was...
You should have him doing something at the Grand Canyon.
Well,
I'm sure he will be.
It's funny you should say that, Bobby, because if I was blind, I would tell my family to travel me all over the world, but don't tell me that I'm not actually traveling, and then wake me up every morning and go, hey, while you were sleeping, we took a little trip, and follow me, and they walk you outside the house, and then stand you like on the edge of the curb and go, you're on the edge of the Grand Canyon.
Oh, whoa, this is amazing. What a view it must be.
Maybe have like somebody blowing in my ear, just to make it a little windy.
Yeah, throw some dirt in your face.
Right.
Have a drunk Indian walk by.
All right. Spuds Buckley. So
Please.
Where were we?
We were at the slogan, I believe. You were at a parade, I believe.
A fake parade, because this stuff really works on the radio.
Yeah, and you showed up, and of course they're like, "Oh, here he comes! Oh, watch out, Spuds is here!"
Yeah,
and
here comes the funny.
Yeah, here comes the funny. Strap in, and they
I was penciled in for 7:20 a.m. How you like them apples? Most listened to part of a morning show.
Of course.
What time is it now?
And let's see, you needed a vendor's license because you were going to be selling Fudgy Wudgy bars.
Yes. What the hell is a Fudgy Wudgy bar?
It's a thing I picked up by going to the beaches out there on Long Island. They would walk around going Fudgy Wudgy bars. That was my inspiration. But they had deeper voices.
Yeah.
Before we play more Spuds Buckley, I want to play 3 songs. You, the listener, have to guess what is the common theme of these 3 songs.
Oh, wow.
That was me!
He's got to snap.
And then you start with Rush, Trees. Oh, boy, I don't know. Is it going to have something to do with the woods? I don't know.
Trees or the woods?
I'll have to wait for the second song.
Second song.
Ugh.
Now, did you...
Workforce blocks, noontime blocks. That was me. Me.
When did you stop playing records and just started talking?
Actually, it started... Yeah, there was music as a theme running through us until we got to NEW, right?
Yeah.
But just started messing around was when I was in Buffalo because I did overnights and the PD was sleeping, so I knew I could get away with bloody murder.
And we didn't even say, or the boss didn't even say, okay, you guys are doing a talk show now. Stop playing music. We just stopped playing music.
We finally had it.
We stopped playing. Well, the PD was like, what?
That leads to the Carol Miller tapes. If you remind me after break, we should play the Carol Miller tapes for the newbies
brutal
out there. Because that explain. We were in the middle of this huge thing they put together, and we're like, you know what? We F this music. So we started making fun of it and playing baseball with the records and stuff. And
we were actually, I think it was Rod Stewart's "If You Want My Body and You Think I'm Sexy."
Right.
Was that the one?
Oh yeah.
And then we played baseball with it.
Yeah.
Just smashed it.
Yeah.
Because who the hell wants to hear that?
And then we just decided we refused to play the next record to the point where the GM came in and he's looking at us like, what are you guys doing?
Very angry.
And I'm like, I'm not pushing that button. And Ant's like, I'm not pushing that button.
Why? Why would
And
we?
it was just uncomfortable for everybody. And then there was like a cleaning lady literally like vacuuming the studio while we're trying to do our show, and we made her do it. Like, let her effing do it. I'm amazed we didn't get fired. I'm amazed. We were such idiots. We should have got fired years before we did.
Oh, hell yeah.
Years. They got the Carol Miller in front of me, but we got to wait till after break for that. Just remind us of this story we're setting up today. Trust me, it's a good listen because we went at it with her. She believed in the old days. We believed in the new days. At one point, you took all the CDs in a box and were giving away the world's largest rock library to people on the street.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
They would always talk about how their rock library was the biggest in the world, and we're like, it just all sucks though, so we're just going to start giving it away. And we just was giving away albums, classic albums, and vinyl
signed by
CDs.
Zeppelin and stuff. We didn't care.
Just giving it away until we were told to stop immediately.
You gave away stuff that should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Absolutely, yeah. It was horrible.
Just say Rock and Hall.
I'm amazed. They must have saw something in us because I'm being reminded of something else. E-Rock tells me, and I do remember this. We started breaking Bruce Springsteen CDs every day. Every day we'd destroy the catalog, and they would get so mad, and then a new catalog would be there the next day when we started our show. We would destroy it again. And I can't believe we didn't get fired for this.
I hate Bruce.
That.
Bruce Springsteen reminds me of Jewish camp.
Why Jewish camp?
I worked at a Jewish camp for when all they played.
Oh, okay.
Stupid.
I'm getting yelled at. We got to go to Spuds Buckley. We're starting way too many storylines. But the beauty of this show, we'll finish those storylines after our little vacation. Trust me, you're going to want to hear the Carol Miller tapes if you haven't heard them yet. But first, Spuds Buckley, something I did 15 years ago in Buffalo. Not proud of it whatsoever.
The Fox Buffalo's home of quality. Rock and
Start
roll.
over again in case people are just
Good
tuning
morning.
in.
You're on your way with the Bear Man. We got the whole Fox crew. We're here at the at the reviewing stand for the first annual Fox Fools Parade. We're located just 1/2 mile west of Furman Boulevard.
There's Anthony in the background,
and they're still working on getting some of the barriers.
Some of these vendors we got over here, they want to know where the hell they're supposed to be.
Vendors. Where's? Let's look at the picture. Well,
La 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 la. Good morning, Bearman.
Ladies and gentlemen, put them together for Spuds Buckley.
I got the big intro, though.
Spuds Buckley.
Spuds Buckley.
Why did he say it like that? I don't understand.
I was the big get for this morning show.
I know.
I was the big get.
No. I couldn't be.
No.
Buckley, I'm here to make a buck this morning.
Spuds, when aren't you here to make a buck, huh?
Hey.
So do you have your vendor permit? I'll trust you. Okay.
Okay.
Now you gonna be vending up and down the parade route today?
I'm gonna be selling fudgy wudgy bars this morning. And I got a slogan.
I can't. Yeah.
A buck first.
Okay. Thanks very much, Spuds. Now why don't you go vend somewhere else, huh?
All right.
It's cold.
Fudgy bars, fudgy
Hey, Spuds, wait, before you go away. Now, are those cold fudgy wudgy bars or are they warm ones?
Well, I heated them up in the microwave this morning.
There you go, buddy. All right.
See, because I was always getting everything wrong.
Of course you were.
And I don't know why they wouldn't let us say a
Yeah,
buck,
why wouldn't
a
they?
buck for a suck was the
Was that
slogan.
it?
Yeah.
Was that your slogan?
I don't know why they
You got the suck right. God damn it. That
is really just... I don't even know what to say about that.
If I met you back down, Opie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fudgy wudgy bars.
If I was doing radio, to do a comedy, and you walked in, hey Bob, Robert Kelly, this is Spuds Buckley.
Why did you
So if you met me back then, what?
I would want to throw something.
You would have said no to second. Oh. Can't even do a fat joke right.
Why did you put the fudgy wudgy bars in the microwave?
Because you're not supposed to.
Yeah, see, the whole bit was that I was messing up everything.
I'm not supposed to.
I was a lovable, naive little thing that was getting everything wrong, and he kept me around because he kind of felt bad for me.
Yeah, well, I could see that.
Yeah.
That's the part I could definitely see.
Yeah. Oh, I explain why in the next clip. What? Yeah. What?
You explain why you put it in the microwave in the next.
Oh.
Hang on, let me just shake the douche shivers off from the last one.
All right, we'll give you a little more.
I hear that.
A little more, and then the rest has to be for after vacation.
And this is where it all started.
No.
This is where it all started.
No, I was already doing radio for
No, this is where
6 years before this even.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about this is where it all started when you snapped.
It was it started. It definitely started at BAB a little bit, but when Ant and I moved to Boston, then it was game on, man. I finally had it with everybody in this dumb business, and how ridiculous it really is.
But you knew that was in the closet somewhere. Did you ever be doing your show now, successful now, and meeting the fans, and just in the back of your head, it's you ever do something with your friend of yours when you're a kid by accident at his house at a sleepover, and then you're with a hot chick later in your life, and you're like, wow, if she knew what I did with that kid, with my buddy.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Did you ever think about Spudsy Wudzy like
your
that?
Gay experiences out of this.
He's a Spudsy Wudzy. He put Spuds and Fudgy Wudgy together.
You ever Spudsy Wudzy?
F out of
Do you ever a bunch of fans and they think you're cool?
Look, let me tell you something, and this is a life lesson for everybody out there. No one starts off being cool.
What about Steven Seagal?
Not a one.
Steven Seagal.
He came
You
right out
can
of
make
he
all
came right out
the
of
fun you want. We were playing your old tapes recently. There's not a person alive that starts off cool, except for maybe Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Maybe not even John Lennon. Look at the silly haircut he had back in the day.
Yeah, true.
Elvis.
No one starts off cool.
Elvis.
Well, I'd have to look into that, but you might have got me.
And Steven Seagal did come
All right,
out
how
of the
about
gate
this?
with above the law.
How about this? Most people don't start off cool.
Most people.
They really don't. They got to find
James
themselves,
Dean.
and they gotta hone their
cool.
craft.
James Dean came out cool.
Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen came out cool. John Wayne, cool.
All right.
Robert Duvall, cool. Tommy Lee Jones, cool.
Do you want to know why Spuds was putting him in the mic?
Yes.
I do explain this, E-Rock?
A little bit, yeah.
Of course.
A little bit. All right. This is all you're going to get for today, and then we save the rest.
It's the first annual Fox Fools Parade. We're located 1/2 mile west of Furman Boulevard, right near Shooters. Plenty of free parking in the Shooters parking lot.
La 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 la. Get
Spuds. Spuds Buckley, ladies and Spuds. How's it going with the sales of the Fudgy Wudgy bars?
Well, the buck first suck ain't working so well, so we're going to throw this in the microwave and we're going to start selling hot cocoa on a stick. Get your hot cocoa on a stick here. La 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 la.
Well, we just about have the reviewing stand completely finished. They're just putting the bunting up.
Anthony, if you get up more right now, I'll go with you. I will go with you, dude.
That's fine. I could go back to doing CQ 102, hit music and more, no problem. That was me.
Just lost my.
Here's your Genesee
will.
Valley forecast. All right.
Anthony lost his will. His arms are hanging by his side.
I'm stunned. Cocoa on a stick.
Hot cocoa on a stick.
Hey, it got a big laugh. It got a big laugh.
Certainly did. You got to give Spuds that.
From a guy who's the king of Allentown, but still, it's a big laugh.
La 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 la.
Hello, Batman. Good morning, Batman.
Batman. Wow.
You know, I haven't even attempted to do that voice. Even in the shower by myself, I can't even muster up the bravery to be with myself and attempt to see if I can even do that.
It would be
again.
self-embarrassing.
Can I ask you a question seriously, Opie? You really don't remember how to do that voice?
I could probably do it in a second.
Oh.
I swear to God, I've not tried. You think at this point in the shower at 4 a.m. when no one's around, I would attempt this?
Everyone's heard it. So now just give it a try.
Just a shot.
Just try.
Just a shot. Just to let us hear. To see what it would sound
Just
like.
do the la 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 part.
You know what I'm willing to do? I really think that we should revive the Spuds Buckley character. But you know how there's a new Fred Flintstone and there's a new
Darren Stevens, right, from Bewitched.
They keep the character alive with a new person. Maybe I'll have the guys try out to be the new Spuds Buckley.
Oh,
that's what I do.
That's
why I'm the radio genius.
I think you might.
That's how you could keep the bit going.
I just want to see if you.
How about we have after the vacation? Yeah, and we have to force these guys to do it. At least most of them. They all have to audition to be Spuds Buckley. You have a little over a week to come up with some kind of Spuds Buckley material that you have to audition live on this show when we get back from vacation.
And it has to be an equal level of humor, the bit. Don't try to be too funny.
No, I think if they're funny, that's fine.
Yeah, I think it'll ruin the illusion.
Well, what I did is, no one's going to forget anytime soon. But
of course, classic.
E-Rock, are you willing to try out to be the new Spuds Buckley? Spuds Buckley 08, we'll call him.
I think Sam's going to be
Sam, will you try? Sam, thumbs up. Yeah, if you have any sarcasm in your impression, I will punch you so hard in the face.
Wow.
There's going to be rules.
This is like when they make a movie out of an old TV show.
Right.
And you got a new guy.
Right. We are auditioning for the new Spuds Buckley.
I took a popsicle and put it in a microwave and made Kool-Aid. La 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 la.
Oh, look at that. And we have a winner.
And then maybe we open it up to the listeners. Sure. But we start with the staff. And then if maybe in the middle of this whole thing, if I'm feeling maybe...
Like on American Idol when they bring out the actual artist that the singers are singing.
Or when they make a movie out of the TV show and then the old star makes an appearance as somebody else. But maybe I'll just be I don't know, Spuds Buckley's father in this new production or something.
So you'll come in and go, Spuds, what are you doing in the living room? La 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 la.
I am chilling. That's chilling over here.
Travis, you going to try one? Thumbs up from Travis, Danny? All right.
Yeah.
Dan,
everyone's in.
Dan's going to be too sarcastic and dry.
I'm Spuds Buckley.
La 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 la
la la la. I hate my mother.
I only blink once an hour. I look like a painting from the 18th century.
All right. Don't forget. That's the first thing we do when we come back from vacation. I say we run a promo even. What? Actually do work?
A what?
A what?
Hey.
And then I got new, I do have other Spuds Buckley audio. We got another 2 or 3 minutes here. And then I got to find some more stuff.
It's gold.
It's magic.
It is.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Is it?
It really is.
Is it?
To see the evolution of Ope.
Is it?
Ope.
Is it?
Now, let me ask you, haven't done that voice since then?
Swear to God. I pretty much forgot about it.
Since that lonely crying night in the car. When you're punching the steering wheel.
I believe that was it. If that wasn't it, shortly after that, it was done. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I was ready to quit radio. I was going to, The fact is, I was going to go out west and like
kill yourself.
I was going to be work at
A rodeo clown?
No, I was going to work at a ski resort. I was done with radio. Yeah, and then I saw an ad in the trades for a night jock at BAB, and I was like, what the hell. And I actually wasn't even going to send the tape because Buffalo was having a huge blizzard.
Yeah.
And I ran down to the FedEx office in this blizzard. True story, because you couldn't get a cab or a car anywhere near there. So I had to get there because they were going to make their decision for this gig. And sent the freaking thing, and the rest is history. Moved home, continued radio, met this clown, and here we are today. But I was this close. I was going to quit. I was done. And then I saw this article. I said, all right, I'll give it one more try, I guess.
Wow.
We got to take a break. And when we get back, Billy Crystal at bat. We haven't played this yet.
Yeah.
More Larry King clips talking about whores and hookers, which is really good. And I hope we get to the story of the cheerleader crapping her pants on a bus and forced to sit in it.
That sounds too good to be true.
Let me just take a wild guess on which person on our crack staff found that story.
Yeah.
Danny.
Of course. Of course.
Danny just showed me the most revolting video I've ever seen in my life. I'm in there. He actually had a video.
Spuds Buckley.
La 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 la. Dude, he had me this girl, pretty girl, gorgeous, and it's saying everything. I used to be sexy. I had a mom and a dad. I had a boyfriend. I was getting married. Showed her car, and then I drove too fast, and then it just shows her dead on a table with an autopsy. Cut open, all her organs hanging out.
Get out of here!
And then the guy takes her eyeball out and puts it on her thing. And then and then
wait, what do you mean? Takes her eyeball out and puts it on her thing?
Well,
why would he do that?
It cuts to her on the table that they use to cut you open on, and it's obviously some guy. He's taking pictures, and he scoops her eyeball out, then he starts playing with the body inappropriately.
There is no way that's real.
It looks if it is fake, it looks really good.
There's no way it's fake, dude.
It looks really good.
And her everything on her body, like the thing down there, her eye is beautiful. And her everything is on her is just like, what a waste.
Wow.
And you can see her. It's the most disturbing. I can't get it out of my head. I've been thinking about it since I seen it.
I would never watch something like that.
He watches it like it's the morning news. He watches it like that boring black guy on New York 1.
We've been
today. We're gonna.
Oh, he's the worst. We've been desensitized here on this fine show. We got to take a quick break. We're so late, and we got a couple things to do before we get out of here.
All right.
Bob Kelly filling in for Jim Norton today. We got Drew Boogie playing live, scratching in studio. Drew, take us away.
Hi, this is Louis Black. I'm here with the Maniacs in Red Bank, New Jersey, the Count Basie Theater on the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, Stamford, Connecticut, and the 29th. We're in Wilmington, Delaware at the Grand Opera House. It's just fun. It's fun all the time. And you can find all this at lewisblack.com.
Think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Think twice.
STP, right?
STP? Is that STP?
It's STP. Without the...
What was this?
The first part sounded like... I was going to give the River Rave a little plug for BCN, but...
I just wanted to hear STP!
All right.
Right.
Enough.
Never enough.
Opie and Anthony. Bob Kelly's got a great DVD coming out.
Yeah, I got CD, DVD. Coming out April 4th. April 4th is actually the Comedy Central special. at 10 o'clock on Comedy Central. Friday night, April 4th. And then 4 days later, April 8th, my new CD, DVD comes out. And the actual Comedy Central taping is going to be on it. So you get the new 50 minutes of new material. You get the 45-minute little documentary, but you also get the half-hour Comedy Central special on it. So April 8th, I need all you people to go buy it. Even if you don't like me, go buy it and smash it. I don't care. I really need to sell this.
I hate this guy.
You're
Give me
about
his
to
disc.
become huge, Bob Kelly. You're right on the what's that? The cusp.
The cusp.
You're so close to going to that next level. That's gonna be a lot bigger than where you're at right now.
This could be it.
I'm thinking you might need to like sleep with the governor or something, just to get your
publicity,
your name and out there a little more in publicity. Because you sleep with the governor, it's a big scandal, and then they find your MySpace, then your comedy's there. Next thing you know, you're as big, if not bigger, than Dane Cook.
Let me tell you something. If Sleeping with the Governor or anybody would sell 30,000 copies of this CD,
yeah,
I will. I'd do anything. I don't care. I'd do it all. Bring it on.
Really?
All comers.
Come here,
Bring it
Gov.
on.
How about one of those videos? It starts with a B, and where everyone is.
Oh yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
Even that you'd take care of the new governor.
Oh, I do the new governor, the old governor, the soon-to-be governor.
Old, I got sand in my eyes.
Oh, yeah. I would. I'd take it out. He wouldn't even know.
Thank you, by the way. That was Rob Zombie, Demon Speeding.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's this, Tim? Oh, yes, of course. Well, the new governor, if you haven't heard yet, for New York State is a black blind guy.
Yeah.
And he's going to be doing a lot of community outreach.
As
the new governor.
Presenting Community Outreach with Lieutenant Governor David Patterson. Today, Mr. Patterson walks across the street from his office to his favorite coffee shop to have breakfast with his staff.
Do you got it or I got it? Because I got it.
That's actually the sound of the bit.
Oh. I was going to say, see, he got hit by the car because he's black.
No! Jesus Christ, Opie. Because he's blind. He didn't see the cars coming.
Oh,
my God.
I just want people to expect the unexpected. That's all. They were expecting me to say because he's blind, but that time I mixed it up on everybody.
And great job doing the bit in real time.
Yeah,
that
no
was
kidding. Wow.
That was nice.
Knowing we only have 3 minutes left in the show, that's terrific.
I like how he had to make it actually into the middle of what appeared to be an 18-lane highway.
Yeah.
He was walking across the turnpike to go to Starbucks on exit 8.
Right.
Jackass.
I don't even think he was crossing the street. He was walking down the street.
Yeah, and he had high heels on.
He's wearing clogs from Holland. Wooden shoes.
Look, I know they pretty much fired everybody at CBS Radio, but maybe we could get the word out that we need a new sound effects library, some updated sound effects.
Yeah, please.
Maybe,
Could we?
Yeah,
I don't know. A sound of a guy walking would be nice.
Yeah, everybody has to wear high heels in every clip.
Right.
Click, click, click. You didn't even have a cane. Like a cane, like a scraping noise. You can't even do a scraping noise on the ground.
Anyway, before we get out of here and go on vacation.
But Steve's sweating.
A well-needed vacation.
Steve just got...
I'm not.
All right.
Are you sweating, Steve?
No, not at all. What are you looking at?
I was looking at your hair gel. I'm sorry.
It's my hair
You're
gel.
sweaty.
Absolutely.
Do you really use hair gel?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Steve, how come every one of your characters is wearing tap shoes?
Excuse me. Do you have any Paul Mitchell? Apapui cream?
Everyone that does production just came from all that jazz.
It's a running bit. Actually, there's a bit of a disconnect between Tim and I when there's these production bits going on. He's a lot more gentle on the people in the bits.
And you're gay.
Yeah, he has to cut out ball chain step out of every bit. And a 1, 2, 3, 4.
30 seconds on air that time.
It never takes long.
All right. Hey, Billy Crystal got to play for the Yankees, and we're all supposed to sit here like, wow, that's wonderful. Boy, look at this. It's a publicity stunt. Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
And I wish...
They do that all the time.
I wish, what's his name, threw like some high heaters to his head and teach him a lesson about being in the major leagues.
A little, what they call chin music?
A little chin music would have been nice.
Which chin would they hit?
Okay, terrific.
Okay. That was Mayor Mayor Governor.
On, give it to yourself.
Hold on. I just got you out of hot water.
Come on, Bing.
I just got you out of hot water. Damn, I suck.
Thank you, Voss.
I know.
Okay.
I vossed you. It's actually a term now in the dictionary. It's accepted English. When you voss somebody, you've bailed them out of a terrible joke with your own awfulness.
Hey,
or you have real little hands and you're a creep.
Yeah, and you can't hold car keys.
So Billy Crystal got taken at bat. He's 60 years young there, 60 years young, playing for the Yankees for one at bat, saying it was a thrill of his life, the thrill of his life.
Well, yeah, he signed. They were talking about how he signed a contract at the Yankees for a day.
Dude, I would be embarrassed.
Of course.
I'd be out there on the field, like, with my 60-year-old body going, oh, what am I doing? How bad do I need publicity that I'm doing this?
They showed him jogging across the field with Jeter, doing a little, getting a little warm-up before the game.
I'd be so embarrassed. Not as Spuds Buckley when I was younger.
Well,
I'm talking about a
no,
60-year-old
go back
man
in
now.
time
Yeah.
and kill Spuds.
But at 60, you shouldn't be doing embarrassing things to keep your career going. What else? Why else is he doing this?
It's his dream, though.
I get it. You loved what Roger Maris growing up. Was he was a big Maris fan or something, right?
Yeah, of course.
No, a Mickey Mantle fan, right?
Was it Mickey Mantle? Wasn't he in the?
It's Mickey Mantle.
So I guess this is a dream of his to get to play for the same team. Mickey.
He didn't play. He just.
You want to hear the play-by-play?
Let's hear the play-by-play because I hear he did very well.
Paul, can you imagine hitting at 59?
Can't imagine hitting right now. I'm looking at this matchup now.
Billy Crystal.
And if you think, Billy Crystal, and I talked to him last night a little bit, is nervous. I mean, he doesn't want to make a fool out of himself. And the pitcher is probably more nervous than he would be, with Derek Jeter at the plate because you know what to expect.
No, he's nervous because he's got to concentrate because if this guy moves out of the way of a pitch, he's going to pull half his body out.
Or if he clocks him by accident, he's going to.
That's why the pitcher's nervous.
Because he doesn't want to kill this guy.
And Billy Crystal doesn't want to be embarrassed. You're going to be embarrassed. As soon as you would agree to this publicity stunt, the embarrassment should have started.
It looked to me, too, like the pitcher wasn't holding back. It wasn't one of these, let me just, toss up a couple of softballs. He was throwing some heat.
If he swings too hard, his kidney just falls out.
Exactly. A disc goes flying into the stands, pops out of his back.
And the 3-2. He struck him out. So Crystal works the count to 3-1 and then strikes out and waves to the crowd. And the crowd gives him a standing ovation.
For what?
Well, the moment of a lifetime right there for Billy Crystal.
For what? Because we're just a bunch of idiots.
Striking out.
Including all of us in this room. Why would you give him a standing ovation for that? What did he do?
He stood there and struck out. He did what any one of us could do.
Yeah.
Stand there and strike out in front of a major league pitcher.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
If we get famous enough, we get that opportunity someday. But guess what? We would pass on that. That's embarrassing.
I don't know. I'd probably do it at Fenway.
Would you really?
No.
Of course not.
I couldn't do it because every time I swing a bat, even if it's a wiffle ball bat, I pull a hamstring. I'm not kidding.
Pull a hammy?
A hammy.
Then you have to eat a hammy sandwich. A hammy.
A hammy.
You better get all those fat jokes in. Bob Kelly, I'm here to say, is losing weight, my friends.
Yep.
See, no bit.
I'm on track, baby.
I was Greg Hughes making an appearance.
And you know
today.
when I started losing weight?
Yeah.
It was the last time when you guys smashed me for that.
I would say you're down about 20 pounds, Bob.
Yeah. back, so I'm going to have
getting there.
I'm going to have my wife pick a number so we can settle, just nice and easy. And then I'm going to be at the pool party this summer
Yeah.
in Long Island.
That's right.
Yes.
Got my pool going in. The electrician asked if I was putting a miniature golf course in because they spray painted all the areas where the pool's going and the cabana and all the other.
That's a good
big
idea.
tile work, and then they put these little flags in on the perimeter.
Do it. Get a mini golf course.
Mini golf course.
Just a mini one. That'd be fun. Like
Then a nosy neighbor came by and was asking the guy questions.
Like what?
What's that? What's going on here? What are you doing? So the fence is going up immediately.
He's going to tell
First
on
thing,
you.
immediately.
He's going to tell on you.
I'm all legit.
I know you're legal, but he's going to still try to make it a pain in the ass for you. That's what neighbors do.
That's why the guy said the first thing that goes up is the fence. Just keeps their noses out of my business.
What kind of fence is it? A wood fence?
It's a big fence. I want a 10-foot stone wall with machine gun emplacements. That's what I want.
I got a neighbor, and I met him, and I just laid down the law. I'm like, look, we live on the same floor, and I know I'm your neighbor, but let's be honest, I don't really want to.
I don't do this.
Have some kind of relationship with you. You have to put it out there right away, or next thing you know, they're knocking on your door with all sorts of dumb little things.
Hey, I made some soup. I didn't know if you wanted some.
I just come to the door now, fully armed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have one. I have my AR-15 over my shoulder, and then I have the FS-2000 that I'm just cleaning. I go, hey, how you doing? What's up?
No, you open up the door and go, what do you want?
And if they bring a little tray of cookies, because sometimes they'll bring a little welcome wagon tray of cookies, I push the cookies around with the barrel of the gun and go, what you got there?
Yeah.
And push it around.
You forgot to mention you're completely nude with flip-flops.
Oh, naturally.
You open the door with your friend, your other gun.
Most neighbors.
There's a midget cleaning the inside of that out.
I would say most neighbors just suck. And I did a kind of like a Jerry Seinfeld thing, a bit of, we don't really need to do this just because we live on the same floor.
Right.
You know, I'll hold the elevator for you or something, but that's about it. And then we'll just have a lot of silence all the way down the lobby. That's what I give you as your neighbor. Ooh.
Neighbor.
Hey, Nick, how are you?
Buddy, I was going to say, rich neighbors are pains in the ass as well?
Oh,
I thought
of
it was
course.
Just the poor neighbors.
No.
Yeah.
You know.
No, the richer, the richer the neighbor, the worse off. The worse they are, actually.
Look at this guy. He's like Nicholson and as good as it gets. Don't come knocking on this door.
I never get. No one knocks on my door anymore.
Hey, Nick, are you allowed to be heard on BCN?
You know what? I'm sure the board op who used to be my intern has dumped out already. Has dumped out already because he's gotten an instant message from Dave Wellington.
Yeah.
Oh no. By the way, I just want to say thanks for this opportunity since they didn't give me a last show. Yeah. So I just want to say thanks to all the former Afternoon Fiasco listeners. Big up yourselves.
All right.
Jeez, can I get my CD plug in before they shut it out?
Could anyone have predicted that this would have happened back in '95?
Oh, you know what? It was so funny. Like a friend of mine texted me and he goes, "You just can't get those guys out of your life, can you?" I said, "No, I'm trying. I'm trying like hell. Well, I cannot get you out of my. You guys are like an enema. You won't get out of my ass."
Whoa, you can't! Whoa!
Testing the dump facilities, everybody.
For the rest of America, the Aunt and I and Nick used to go at it back in the day.
Yeah, go at it was one thing you could say.
There were some fine articles written about our
Vicious was
war.
another one.
Dude, it's like people used to say to me, it's like, yeah, they went on like years, didn't I? It was 5 months and they got fired. Of course, seconds passed like hours. And people still are like, yeah, man, I don't think that was real. You know, that was like publicity.
Ooh.
I'm like, dude, you know, the death threats were real.
It was just nasty.
Oh, yeah. I've never been called the N-word so many times in my life.
Well, not to your face.
Not by you.
Bobby, what's the big plug? We got to get out of here.
Yeah, that's
throw
right.
Music twice. Can you tell we're ready for vacation?
April 4th.
Half the stations are already playing spots.
April 4th, Comedy Central, 10 p.m. And April 8th.
Yeah.
We got the new CD, Just the Tip, coming out. CD, DVD, make sure you go buy it. Even if, just go buy the stupid thing. Put me on the map.
Why should they buy it?
Because it's,
Hey, we'll see you guys soon. We're going over to XM.
Take it easy.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
XM 202.
In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony. Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony. Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony. Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Oh, it's brown. Oh, it's brown. Smell.
Oh, yeah! This is where entertainment is going.
Wow. So you've been stabbed once and shot twice.
No, I've been stabbed twice. Shots twice.
Yeah. Who's the common denominator in all these problems?
Opie and Anthony.
You have to lick a swath of the icing off so that bag shows through where icing was. It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Well, we were going to go with the big intro to the XM portion of the show, and at the last second, Drew Boogie looks over to Than and goes, "Give me rage." And Than did the right thing. He pointed to the booth and said, "Rage." And at that point, Butch just shook his head and said, "I don't have rage."
He doesn't have it, so we're going to go with the NPR Open.
Yeah, so.
To the Opie and Anthony show.
How about that?
Oh, wow, boy.
STP! Best TP! That's TP! There you go.
I've been under the bus a lot lately. I just want to acknowledge that. For someone that tries to avoid being under the bus at all costs, I've been under the bus wheels a lot lately. Here we are at XM Satellite Radio. Who's coming in today? We got Bob Kelly. He should be stopping by soon. Oh, Bob, hi.
Oh, you know what? Fucking,
Bobby.
You fucking cocksucker. Now that we're on XM.
Yes, Bobby.
There's anything I fucking hate is when I get wordy and then you push that stupid mute button. Fuck, if I had buttons in front of me, I'd be so happy.
Just a button or two.
Just one button.
We got Lenny Clark stopping by in a couple minutes.
Lenny Clark!
Lenny Clark is here.
Bobby, you fucking pisser kid. I love you.
Oh, we got two Boston guys. Great.
Lenny is fucking hilarious.
Today. We're fucked. Lenny Clark. There's
yeah.
Lenny Clark. Look at the. Wow, Lenny's still thin.
That's it, Daddy.
Hey,
how are you?
Good to see you, buddy.
How
are you staying thin? Coke?
Yes. All the blow you can get. Actually, I'm the only guy who did Coke and had a weight problem. I would do a line and then eat a sub. It just made me eat faster. So the president's in town, evidently.
Yeah, you
thanks
see that?
a lot.
Nice.
Yeah. And, well, he probably came to talk to Spritzborough about getting some tail.
Yeah, I think the president got bored down there in Washington and decided to fuck up our traffic today.
Yeah. Well, just fuck up New York City. It's not like many people work here. Pain in the ass.
I like the old days where they barely shut down anything when the president came by. That stupid Kennedy.
Until Kennedy's head flew off.
Ruined it for everybody.
Well, when Clinton was on the Vineyard, my brother-in-law came and I said, "Lenny, can we go play golf?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." So we go down. And there must have been 1,000 people waiting to get out. And I says, "This is not right." And there were two foursomes ahead of us, and Clinton was on the golf course. So the first guy in the first foursome said, "Somebody ought to shoot this son of a bitch."
Jesus.
And the Secret Service came over, grabbed the guy, put him in a car, drove away.
Yeah.
So then they looked
Can't
at me
say
and they
that.
said, "You got anything to say, funny boy?" I said, "Absolutely not, but I think this foursome in front of me said something." So they said, "Make a hole." So they let us through, and they said, "Go, Letty, just go." So we're playing 1, 2, and on the third hole, my wife starts to slow down. I go, "What's she slowing down?" She wants to meet the president. He's coming around again. So I'm on 5, he's on 3. I hit the shot. If he hadn't lost weight, I would have hit him right in the ass. So I'm walking over to get my ball, and a guy comes out of the woods and goes, "Here's your ball, Mr. Clark." I go, "Thanks for, hey, how do you know who I am?" We know who everyone is. So that way, they had Navy SEALs in the ponds, and they had guys, I swear to God, they had everything. They had guys with Stinger missiles in golf carts. I mean,
Just to play around in
just
golf.
to
What a
play
pain in
around
the
the golf, and he
ass.
cheated like a bastard. Is this the filthy show? Is it?
Yeah, of course,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. You know, I'm
You
out
could
of
say
it.
that cocksucker cheated.
That cocksucker cheated. Thank you. You're absolutely right.
when I was driving in this morning, they already had all the streets shut down for the president. What the fuck?
Well, they got her, you know.
He needs
Some
an
people don't
escape
like
route.
him.
So
People don't like him. And they have decoys and things like that. You'll see a motorcade go by. There's no one in there. Fucking Bobby's in there. Fucking Bobby. They go, this motherfucker, we can blow him up. No, if someone kills,
He'd do a
fires
better
into the
job.
car.
I
they-
think he could do a better job. I really do. I
bet you.
Hey, they're coming to talk about the economy. I guess what? We're fucked. The economy's fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's hurting. People
Yeah.
losing their houses.
I think
I
the dollar's down to nothing.
Yeah, you're getting a pool built in. What are your economy?
I have. You know, that's when I'll know I've got it all when I got the indoor pool.
Well, no, it's not an indoor.
Oh, well, you
It's gonna
got to
be
step
heated.
up.
It's gonna be heated.
Heated's nice.
But,
Heated's good.
Heated nice.
Indoor better. But indoor, I mean, why go out?
Indoor is that's pretty nice. Yeah.
That's the big step.
He does
Yeah.
have a turret in his fucking pool.
Don't you have a pool in your car? You've been doing really well here, you guys.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Can I just say something? You remind me. Your brother Mike. His brother Mike used to book me. He's the booker at the Knicks Comedy Stop.
Thought he worked at the precinct, you fucking criminal.
Well, they had two. That's my other brother. That's the giant baby Mark.
You sound just like him, and you look just like him too. And he used to fucking scream at me. This good club booker, he would call me up and go, "Bobby, where the fuck are you?" And like 9 messages, and they get progressively angrier. Bobby, what the fuck? Where are you? Are you doing the show tonight? Bobby, do I need a fucking crystal ball to find out if you're doing my fucking club?
That sound like him, Bobby.
And then you'd call up and you'd be like, Mike, I'm on my way. All right, kid. Well, maybe I'm just making sure. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a tough way to go into doing, the funny.
Yeah, well, he's the businessman. He's
I
the business
understand.
part of the family.
On HBO, one of the HBO classic comedy channels the other night, I'm watching, and the old Rodney Dangerfield special comes on, and there's fucking Lenny.
Unbelievable.
And I had to look like, I'm going, is that fucking Lenny? And then, of course, he opens his mouth, and you know it's Lenny.
Of course.
Well, you know what's funny? I had asked him to put me on that special, and we were out in L.A.
You were a kid.
I know. And he said, "Listen, kid," he says, "I just looked at 1,000 comedians. Maybe if you could come to New York." And my brother Mike goes, "When?" He said, "Monday." So I got on a plane, flew to New York. And I went in and I met Bill Hicks, and it was down to me and Hicks.
Fuck,
and
one
I
of my
said,
favorites, by the way.
I said, Bill, I says, it's down to me and you, may the best man win, and afterwards we'll have a drink. He says, I'm drinking already. I said, wrong thing to say. So I went out and I smashed the phone booth. Then when I kicked ass, and then Rodney goes, "You're on the show." I looked at Hicks. I says, "Good luck, you son of a bitch." And then he made the show too.
Yeah, he made it too.
So,
That
but
was
he
a
got
good
cancer
show.
of the ass and he died evidently.
Yeah.
But he was a good guy.
He was a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, I had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, like Lenny
Katie
did
Couric
it.
gave her husband cancer of the ass. You heard it right here.
What was
That lineup was,
what was the lineup? It was Lenny Clark, Bill Hicks. Who
Yeah.
else? At?
Dice.
yeah, that was the one with Dice.
Oh, that was the one with Dice.
That was the
Yeah.
one with Dice. Sobel.
So yeah,
Oh, Barry
Yeah,
Sobel.
Barry Sobel.
The white rapper. When
Yeah,
he wasn't cool
yeah,
to be the
yeah.
white rapper.
No.
No,
And then
I don't know.
who else?
Some douchebag and some bitch.
Well, those are the two I want to know. I want to, we know all the other names.
who are the
I want
ones, the names you don't know?
You
I want the
what?
ones that didn't make anything of being on the Rodney Dangerfield comedy special.
You know what? That was a big thing because when you
back
did
then,
that,
yeah.
back then in the day, it was you took off. You know?
He was the one that was breaking the comics just huge at that point. That was the first time I ever
How
saw
many days
Dice.
till Leno's gone? Does anyone know that? You guys should start the Leno countdown. That'd drive him out of his mind. Only 244 days till Jay Leno is gone.
We like Leno.
No,
Not a big
everyone
Leno
likes
fan.
Leno. How can you not?
I'm sorry.
You know what?
Can you
know what-
imagine being Leno, though? You got the great ratings still, and they're still kicking you out the door. What's that about?
What does that tell you?
I don't know.
Well, maybe he should use more comedians. That's how he got his break. Bobby, have you done this?
Somebody's
I've never done
You've never done this
They
show.
won't let me do it because the guys who run it, I think, do Last Comic Standing, and I trash the show.
Let me tell you, I worked with him. He came up to do when
Cam
Comics
Newell.
Come Home.
Yeah.
For the
Right.
Cam Newell. And he blew the room. He stole the show that night. It was amazing. Then we had the two crazy rappers. I loved. I don't know who they. I don't even know.
I remember those
They're
guys.
very fun. 100. I can't count to 100 today, motherfucker. What have you done? That was very, very funny. But you stole the show. I mean, you were great that night. Really good. I had no idea what they were doing. A couple of white rappers.
So Leno doesn't have comedians on?
Well, when was the last time you saw a comedian on Leno?
He's got to make room for shock jocks. What can I tell you, Leno?
I got no room with that. Why, have you guys done it a lot?
We've done it
Not
once.
a lot.
Once.
We did it once.
Once, yeah.
It was a great
Jimmy's done it
experience.
though. Jimmy's been on there a few
Jimmy's
times.
John Budden's on there all the time.
Yeah.
Jimmy's a fave of Leno.
Yeah.
Hey, Lenny, what's going on with Rescue Me? One of my favorite shows,
Thank
man.
you very much. We just got picked up for a 2-year pickup, so that's good.
Yeah.
Still not enough for a pool, but we can get an estimate. We start shooting again in May, and we'll probably shoot straight through for about a year, I think.
Dennis loves you because I'm a huge Rescue Me fan, and Lenny Clark kills a guy, and I'm like, fuck, that means there's no more Lenny Clark in Rescue Me.
Yeah.
And they figure out how to keep your character going.
Well, that's what
Not
he said.
only that, they get you out of jail for after you killed somebody.
That was the big thing, because I talked to a couple lawyers. They go, I don't know, we could probably get you out on a technicality. How you doing, Doug?
A technicality.
Doug Stanhope,
Yeah.
awesome.
Doug Stanhope is in here. And it worked out great because he said, how much weight could you lose if I asked you? I said, 100 pounds. He said, do it. So then after I murdered the guy, he'd come to visit me. He goes, how'd you lose the weight? It's the murder one diet. It's the best way to go.
Yeah.
Murder one diet.
And they brought Lenny back, got him out of jail, and just huge on Rescue Me. Absolutely huge. So you guys are starting to film again.
Well, yeah, and I might be doing. I just shot a pilot.
hold on.
What's wrong? Someone dead? What
no,
happened?
that Mike.
Is that me?
Doug, just say hi.
Hey, good morning.
No, that ain't working.
No.
Well, this.
I didn't have anything to
no.
say anyway. Keep fucking with it.
That's all good.
Doug dresses like Linus.
Yeah. But anyway,
He does. Like Linus from Peanuts.
so you guys started filming?
No, we're gonna start.
Really? I'm sorry.
but we're gonna start probably in May. But I've just filmed the pilot for David Kelly. Remember when Dennis and I did the Red Sox thing?
Sure.
About the Mel Gibson and the Jews. He loved it, and he called me up and asked me if I'd do a show for him. And I go, yeah, I don't think that's gonna be a problem. So we did this BBC show called Life on Mars, and it's a drama. And it's owned by Fox for ABC, and maybe we'll start in July. So
Nice.
that'd be good. Then I'll get the pool. Then I get
And the pool.
Then the pool comes.
What
How
do you-
big is your pool?
Well, it's sort of a free-form shape, so kind of
Yeah.
hard to think the size.
It looks like an amoeba.
It's actually
It
the
does.
shape of an AK.
Yeah, you should have done it in the shape of something.
shape of a gun. What the fuck?
Like a silhouette of a beautiful woman.
A beautiful woman. I don't know. You can't
No.
really dive into the tit zone. It's a
Not
little
without
pointy
breaking
by
a
the
neck.
nipple.
But
You might
the
hurt
cooler,
yourself.
you could make a beautiful hot tub.
Hot tub right there in the.
The cooter.
The trick is though, and here it is.
Yeah.
It is the landscape. This is what I learned. Is the landscaping around the pool. So you got a fence in your yard. Then you get all this landscaping done, and they plant trees and everything for privacy. And then they put like a cabana thing and these trellises and lighting.
Sounds
and
like
shit.
more money. More money.
Believe me,
Big
it
money.
is.
Yeah, that's big money.
Believe me,
That
it
costs
is.
more money than the actual pool,
but
right?
unless you go, yeah.
I would.
But
imagine
if
so.
you just walk in the backyard and you just got a fence and a pool, it's like, you got something like that. You're talking like fucking Sodom and Gomorrah.
Why don't you do it like old Italian school, just all cement?
Yeah,
Fuck
just
off.
cement it.
Just
Cement the
everywhere.
front yard.
Cement
Nothing better than
everything.
going
My-
into those Italian neighborhoods where the whole front lawn is just cement.
My father took out all the
They
grass.
painted green.
Cemented the whole back, took all the grass, cemented,
Yeah.
put a bocce court and a pool. That's it.
Well, you
There's
don't
no
want
You
grass.
take half a tub and put the Virgin Mary in the tub. Because that's when you know you've made it, when you get half a tub with the Virgin Mary popping out of the tub.
That's a lot harder for the FBI to dig through cement,
Thank
too.
you. That's what I was going to say. You don't want anyone digging up the bodies.
You were gonna carpet.
I don't know, Doug. Are you on?
No, I don't think I'm.
Try it.
Why isn't Doug on?
See that?
Check.
No.
Test,
What is
test,
it?
test.
Who's working today? Do we have anyone working today?
Hello.
Mars is Mars working today,
it's
or
really
is
good. I'll
Iraq
get
the
up and
engineer?
borrow
Iraq, you're
my-
the engineer today, I guess.
Hello. Hi. No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, this is like a press conference of not working.
Yeah.
There we go. This all right. Yeah.
What were you gonna
no,
say, Doug?
I don't
'Cause
have the
timing's
slightest
everything, I
idea.
understand,
Yeah. No, I have no idea.
All right, then we'll do this. We're going to tell everyone that Lenny Clark's at Comics tonight here in New York City. COMIX .com if you want to check out the place and where it's located and stuff.
Thank you.
But it's downtown. It's in the meatpacking district. I
That's
believe.
right. I'm staying at some hotel that no one can fucking pronounce.
The what?
Vander Snood or Vander's the fucking Harry Potter hotel. I mean, it's
the Gavin Hoot. Or the
Gavin Snood or something.
Dude, that's
Thank you.
That's like the nicest hotel in New York. It's
Yeah, but it
rolling.
doesn't do you any good if you can't pronounce the fucking name.
Why do you want to pronounce the hotel you're staying at?
No,
really?
no, to get back to the hotel. I
Hope
get
you
in the
don't want
cab,
any
I said-
sleep tonight.
Yeah, no, whatever.
What are you looking for some Elliot
He's
Spitzer
opening a
action or
little
what?
girl knocks on the door, huh?
What do you think of
Elliot
Elliot
Spitzer.
Spitzer? How great is this story?
Well, you know what? I mean, how much does he make as governor? What do you think, Bobby? How much?
He's got to make around, what?
Deuce?
Maybe a douche.
So he's paying half in hookers. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, not a fucking wise investment. I mean, Jesus
No.
Christ. I mean, I've been thinking of going with the prostitutes lately, not for sex, just so I can win a fucking argument, you know? 'Cause don't you fucking yell at me. How much? You shut up. You wait in a fucking car. Yes, you look fat. Hey, here's another fucking You shut the fuck up, you dirty whore. You're a good whore. You know, because, I mean, I would like to win an argument just once in my life.
Why do women insist on asking us if they look fat?
I have no idea.
That is a loaded
It's never
question.
It's never put that way either. It's not, do I look fat? They don't say that because obviously you're going to say no. It's, does this dress look good?
Right.
And then, or does this one look good? All right, that one looks better. Why?
Yeah, what's wrong
And
with
then you're like, oh, fuck, now I got to come up why that dress looks better than that one and word it so it doesn't sound like she looked fat in the other one because then she's going to ask why she looked fat in the other one. So you're just like, I usually just put a gun to my head and go, ask me one more question, I'm shooting myself.
This is why I need a pool. Now, when you get the pool, I hate to go back to the pool.
Pull a William Shatner.
If you're going to have the pool, no. Get the underwater music.
Underwater music?
Fantastic.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's very-
How long are you under there that you're listening to a song?
I am telling you,
listen to Inagata
I swim every day. That's why I dove into a pool with music, and I went, "What the fuck is this? This is unbelievable. Why didn't I think of this?" That's what you want, because when you swim, you use every muscle in your body, including your penis. You use it as a rudder. And when you're in the pool, it's going to work out great. You'll never touch the wall.
Underwater
but
music,
get the
yeah.
underwater music.
Does it
Shit.
sound muffled, though?
No, you get it's
Come on, it has to
fantastic.
be muffled. How can that-
No. You didn't even know
I
they had
paid
a
attention in physics. It's got to be muffled.
I just want to know how long are you underwater that you need music there?
Well, if you're doing laps, you're in there for an hour.
Yeah, but I mean, your head's not underwater for an hour.
Well,
now wait.
That's how I listen to your show.
They have a new snorkel that goes over the front of your head that you never have to come up out of the water.
Never.
Never. You can
Just
stay
live
down
the
there.
rest of your life.
No one can fucking. You can't hear people screaming at you. You're married. It's perfect. I'm in the pool. Don't you fucking yell at me. I'll stay on there all day.
A little update, Lenny, since the last time you've been on the show.
What?
And it's nice to have you with by yourself, by the way, because Dennis Leary takes up all your time, I'm thinking.
You know, he's the boss. I got to kiss
we
his
love
ass.
Dennis Leary,
You know what I
buddy.
mean? Oh, he's a great guy, but
We
he's
don't
the
get
boss.
to hear much from you when he's in studio.
Well, I don't want to dominate. We got Doug Stanhope and Bobby Kelly here too. You know, I don't want to.
Well,
Bobby, dude, I'm
we give Doug a broken mic.
Please, you talk.
Doug was lucky enough to be on the show yesterday when we absolutely
Lucky enough.
blew.
I
just
with-
want to let you know, Doug, we had a great show today. So,
Oh, great.
Hey, Doug, I thought
glad
of
I
you.
missed most of
I
it,
thought
so.
of you the other day. I was flying over the stratosphere in Vegas.
Yeah.
And when we worked in Vegas, you did this bit. He goes, "Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to go up to the top of the tallest freestanding thing west of the Mississippi and be propelled up into outer space by a little girl going, I think Billy likes me." And I don't do it.
I remember that.
Right?
I don't remember the bit, but I
Very
remember
funny. Made
there was
me
a
howl.
girl talking on her cell phone. She had to be like 16 years
Yep.
old, like in a like a marital dispute that you
Yeah.
would have at that age, and that's a girl locking me into the thing.
Yeah.
like that half paying attention.
Right. Well, since that time, they've added new rides where you go out and spin around in these like upside down teacups.
Well,
Even
the
worse
stratosphere
than-
is like in bankruptcy. They're Chapter 11 for
that's
that.
good.
Then
So
they've
they're not
got,
checking
they've
the
got an
screws.
entire amusement park on a spot smaller than the Plymouth Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
1,700 feet in the air. So,
Fuck
you know,
that.
one mistake, you're fucking dead. Yeah. And they're in bankruptcy anyway. Hey, what are you going to do? Sue? Fuck you. Hose it down. Put another kid on.
Lenny, little update. That's where I was heading. Anthony's now single. That's why the pool.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to get the teen girls
listen,
over there.
You know, one thing I've learned about being in L.A., you never ask anyone how their wife or their girlfriend is. 19 out of 20. She's dead to me. She sucks. Got her fucking an agent. Hey, it's nice good to see you.
Hey.
How's your wife? That gut is gone. Sorry.
The 20th is I'm gay. I'm sucking dick now, finally.
Oh, shit. I guess water is a better conductor for sound than air, Opie. All right.
Is that right? Is that what an engineer
I guess I
calls?
wasn't paying attention in physics after all.
Well, who even knew that they had underwater music?
But when I'm not going to buy that,
Yeah, because when you're underwater, you hear people above.
better
the
conductor
music.
of sound than air. Than, I know Than knows a little bit about this.
It actually travels faster. That's why you can't tell what direction a sound is when you're underwater, because you use the time it takes for a sound to get to your ears in air to determine where it is, and it's too close to each other underwater.
Brilliant fucking guy. I have no idea what he just said.
But-
I don't know. I lost me after. And I appreciate your intelligence
Physics
on
are
this.
appreciating
That's all I
that
remember
right now.
from my physics.
Hey,
training.
Pat J from New York
Faster.
writes, great show, Opie and Anthony, filled with coattail writers. You got Bob Kelly writing Dayton Cook, Lenny Clark writing Dennis Leary, and Doug Stanhope writing Xanax. So we got a fine program.
We need Captain Coattails Jimmy to be here. We'll be all set.
Hey, listen, I get a good check. It's okay.
Hey, Lenny, I think this is interesting. They did a comedy special on Boston comedy. What was that on? Showtime or something?
When stand-up stood out.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I fucking love that thing.
You know what? I was so high back then, I don't even remember the cameras being there. You know?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, because people said, where did all these tapes come from? And when we used to all live together, because I had a place, and anyone who was a comic could live at my house. And they had all these tapes made, and they just gathered them all together and made a show. We didn't make a fucking dime off that.
Right.
But I did see it, and I enjoyed it. You know, it was...
I mean, a lot of you guys that are now just massively huge all started together in Boston, and I guess an old comic put this whole thing together, this
Fran
documentary?
Salamina put the documentary together.
I had a question. Was Janine Garofalo even fucking around? Did she stop into one open mic and she's in that fucking movie? How is she in that fucking movie?
You know, the thing is, she never even admits that she was from Boston, or she would work in, she come out with
She was
a
like in a Bill Hicks thing in fucking Montreal. They had a Bill Hicks retrospective, and she's in it like she lived in Houston. And are you from Boston? Are you from Houston? Because you don't really have any stories about you being there.
Yeah.
She gets into all this shit. It fucking confuses me.
And Paula Poundstone was, but Paula actually did work there, before she flipped out with the kids and shit. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the whole thing. I'm out of the loop, but I remember seeing her around.
That Paula Poundstone story is wonderful.
That was
That's just wonderful.
Who saw that coming when she'd come out dressed in a suit? Tie.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
With shoulder pads.
Oh, God. And a mom hairdo, even though she was 20.
Dressed like fucking Sonny Corleone at the wedding.
Awful. So you guys all lived in the same house? You're doing comedy, you're doing the drug, and you're doing the whoring?
Yes,
Sounds
that's
like
you
a
know
great
what?
time to be alive.
It was the greatest time of my life. It was just, drugs and booze and pussy and
And you guys all were hoping to make it, and then and who made it first?
Steve Wright.
Stephen Wright went on.
Well, the thing
Carson,
was Wright. They wrote this article about how big comedy was in Boston, and Peter LaSalle called my brother Mike, and he said, we want to come in and see everyone. So Mike said, who should we put on? So we sat down and, Gavin Sweeney, Kenny, all these guys. And he said, what about Wright? And I go, yeah, throw Wright on there. And Wright was so petrified of the crowds when he started. He would talk with his back to the crowd. And I would go up and spin him around and go, look, these people paid good fucking money to see you fucking deranged piece of shit, and I talked to them. And he was... He probably had one of the best sets of his life that night, and I realized I saw it slipping away from me, and then I fucking snapped. I just snapped. Fuck Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson doesn't give a fuck about you people, not like I do.
But you guys decided which comedian was going to go?
We decided who was going to perform. LaSalle decided who was going to go. And LaSalle picked Wright, and then Wright did it, and then he did it.
Because you comedians are all selfish bastards.
Not back then, though. No,
back
these
then
guys,
you guys actually.
When I first started going to Nick's back in the day, before I could even thought about doing comedy, right when I got sober, I used to go to Nick's and watch these guys would go on stage with each other, fuck around. I mean, it was like they liked each other a lot. It was a lot of fun. You'd see these guys.
You know what? Thanks, Bobby, because that's the truth. We really didn't give a shit who made it as long as someone made it. But we all felt if someone makes it, open the fucking door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And God almighty, some people went on and made it. I won't mention their names because I don't even fucking hate them anymore. But I went out to L.A.
Can I mention them?
I went out to L.A. When I started to go to L.A. I went back and forth to L.A. every weekend for 18 months.
Wow.
Because I was making a ton of money in Boston, and then I finally broke in L.A. and I was making $10 a show, and I'm going, that wouldn't pay for my fucking stamps. So it was bad, you know. But I racked up like 5 million miles with American Airlines.
But you guys were all fucking hammers too. I mean, coming up in Boston as a comic, these guys weren't going on stage. I mean, they were fucking coming in, doing 20 minutes, getting a standing ovation, and then the host would be like, all right, you got 4 minutes. Go ahead.
Go ahead, get up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember Colin Quinn. It was the best. I saw 500 people walk out on that boring asshole. Because they fucking put, like, Sweeney went up. I think Gavin went up.
Well, yeah,
but they didn't
what are you going to do?
Well, you know what?
But they didn't like New Yorkers, I would imagine.
Well, you know, we used to come
Boston,
down here.
there's
I would
comedy.
come down here on the train,
Right.
and I would wait, and they would put me the last guy on at fucking Catch a Rising Star, and then I'd fucking do great. They go, man, that was great. And I go, well, you know, thanks. And I'd take the train back. And then I'd come back and keep coming back. Then finally I said, fuck it. I'm not going to New York anymore. We'll open up a place in a Chinese restaurant. We don't need them.
Wow.
And then it just took off. And then Nick's started bringing in big name acts like Skippy from Family Ties. Remember that motherfucker? He was making like 10 grand. 25 years
fuck
ago.
outta here.
You know, we're making like 500 a grand cash under the table, plus blow, plus booze, plus brunch. We were, you know, it was plus. And we were ahead of the game. But they're giving this kid 10 grand. He can't fucking follow anyone.
I saw
and then
him
they
back
go,
in
he's
the-
going to go on first. I go, fuck him. He's going on last.
Right.
Then
Let
we did
him-
it to Richard Lewis. And poor Richard Lewis, who I like, who was very, very good to me. The first film I ever did. And I appreciate him. And I think he's a funny guy. But he came in.
How much does he hate him?
No, I don't. I actually like him. But he came
No one
to
in the room
town.
bought that.
And
No
Gav-
one whatsoever.
and
Lenny's
Gavin-
a little too
It was when
Hollywood
it's
right
when
now.
he said he's a funny guy. There you go. Yeah,
No, Gavin and Sweeney went on, and then he went on and he hated it. He went back to his hotel room just in time to catch the review on the news going, I don't know where they got this guy, but he shouldn't even bother coming back for the second show.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was bad. I'll never forget that. Yeah. But I tried to get him high. He didn't seem to want to
I
partake.
remember Skippy back in the day when I was working in Rochester. I'm like, this guy is awful.
He made a fortune. Made a fucking
that's what
fortune.
amazes me.
Skippy
I
was
thought-
making 10 grand.
Because he was fucking Skippy.
Yeah. Skippy
was doing comedy.
When I first was starting out, it was probably 91. I was a house MC at a place in Phoenix. And it was a really shitty comedy club anyway. But we brought in Mark Price, thinking it might.
Skippy, yeah.
And I remember his deal was he made the door. He had to pay like $500 of the door went towards promotion. And then he got whatever cut after that. He didn't make the $500 at the door. It was after he'd milked the Skippy from Family Ties like one too many times. And no one gave a shit.
One of the funniest things I ever saw. A guy, big name act, come in was Jackoff Smirnoff there. He brought his own lunch and he ate it, right? So his big finale is fucking sword dancing and the Russian fucking and the people in bars go, put the fucking sword dance back on, you suck. We fucking ate. And they were throwing shit out. That's when we used to have bottles. You know, they're fucking belting him with bottles and he's fighting him off with the sword. He sucked. One of the biggest stars in fucking Branson, Missouri, I guess.
I have
What
a
a
giant
country.
painting in my house of Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah.
I stole it from a Funny Bone. You know, Funny Bone comedy clubs that
yeah.
have those really garish red and yellow kind of
Yeah.
paintings of these bad 80s comics. I stole a giant Yakov Smirnoff. It's on my wall at my house.
It's like every improv now. They all have comics that never work the club anymore on the wall.
Right.
Yakov and fucking Paula.
or comic like John Belushi. He's not even a stand-up.
Never did stand up in his life.
Or young David Letterman.
Yeah.
You see all those at the Comedy Store out there in L.A.
Charlie Chaplin.
I used to love Nick's though, because if you ever got into a hassle with the crowd, you had to fight your way out of the fucking room.
Yeah.
Wow.
500 people, and they'd be like, "Kid, I'll fucking kill you right now." And you there's no way out. You'd
If
have
you
to
could
fucking
get
fight.
to the kitchen, you were all right.
Yeah, which was
But
which
that
was an
was-
escape
You had
route.
to climb.
Dude, you had to climb over. The
Yeah,
fuck. It
so
was
you
way
had
in
to
the
be in
back.
pretty good
This
shape because
motherfucker's
you'd
had
have
an
to climb.
escape route from a comedy club. That's bad.
I was in there getting high with, who's the guy that, Professor Irwin Corey.
Oh, God damn
and you know,
it.
well, he was a big star when I was a kid. You know, and this guy was a fucking TV celeb and everything.
Yeah.
Can you get me some junk? And I go, I'm pretty sure I can, Professor. And we got fucking high out of it. I thought he had a heart attack, but he just kept going. God love him.
That's amazing.
Professor Irwin
Oh yeah,
Corey.
these are my fucking mentors.
Oh, wow. Hey,
we
back.
were doing blow with his kid with. That was the guy with like the fucking question marks all over him or something.
Well, he
It's
was
like
the guy in the crazy like tuxedo type suit.
crazy
and
hair, like
crazy
Einstein.
hair. Oh yeah. And that's all I remember.
Who opened for him? The "You Can Call Me Ray, You Can Call Me Jay" guy.
The unknown comic.
You can call
but
me
his
Ray
bag got
J
lost in
Johnny.
luggage. Yeah, Ray J.
But don't call me. You don't have to call me Johnny. Oh,
check it out.
How the fuck did that guy do?
Check it out.
Check it out.
You remember him?
Of course I
What's
went
his
to
name?
Vegas.
Salazar.
Angel Salazar. Check it out.
This motherfucker.
Come out of a garbage can. And
Your fucking brother made me. I had to pick him up every night at his fucking shitty hotel. He tried to fuck everything that moved. He's a 4 foot, I think, two.
Yeah.
Fucking check it out, Angel Salazar.
That was his big.
no, his big thing
catchpoint.
was what Scarface, wasn't he? In
He was
Scarface? That
Scarface.
was it. But that was
Tony,
it.
can you open the fucking door, Tony?
That's him.
That's
That's
him
him, but
pounding on
his-
the door when he
his-
gets shot.
Literally, he had a whole dressing room at the Colognes. He had a dressing room, which I didn't even know they had. No one ever used the fucking dressing room. But he had all these clothes, these outfits, these women's dresses, but he never used them. There was a big...
There he is. I'm sorry, Bobby. I get so excited. There he is. Is that the
Professor
guy?
Irwin
Were you-
Corey.
were you-
I don't know. I might be wrong.
No, the guy with the question marks is the guy on TV that tells you how to get money from the government. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Bobby.
Yeah, basically saying how you don't have to pay your
But
taxes.
you were in the dressing room at the Colognes with the
I
crazy...
think his closing bit is where he strips down to a gold lame G-string, and then he goes, check it out. Check it out. I remember he had me every night. He goes, when I say, is anybody Polish, you need to raise your hand. Because sometimes people don't raise their hands, and I need to do the joke. So I'm at the fucking Colognes. I gotta go because I got on the spot somewhere. I told the other comic, I go, look, he's gonna say, is anybody from Poland? Please just go in there and raise your fucking hand. He goes, all right, no problem. He forgets to do it. He's fucking around downstairs. This asshole's on stage going, anybody from Poland? Anybody from Poland?
Going once.
God damn you, motherfuckers! Comics, you all
all-
got stories.
It all started as
You
a
all got
joke.
the
I never
fucking
thought
stories.
this would turn into this.
Always involves booze and drugs and broads.
Yes. That's when it was real. That's when it was real.
Yeah, I
You guys,
guess so.
you guys used to get paid in coke, though.
I was in
They would
I was
say, you
in
want money or do you want
Sarasota,
coke?
Florida, and a guy came up to me and says, all right, here's what we'll do. We'll give you $1,500 or an ounce of blow. And I said, how about half and half? How about 7, 8, whatever it is, and then the rest in blow. Oh, we can do that, Lenny.
Did you get a little taste to see how much they stomped on this damn?
It was Florida. There was
It
shit
must have
was
been
floating
good.
ashore. I mean, it was unbelievable.
There's so much they didn't have time to
They
stop
didn't
that
care.
shit.
Oh my God, the crowd! It's the only time you ever do a line and the whole crowd was in your dressing room with you. I mean, it was insane. I got high with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they were real losers. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting high with fucking professional football team, and they're all these linemen. And Kennison puts out this line, and the guy puts out a line, this big lineman, and Kennison does the whole thing. And he goes, hey, man, he did the whole thing. He goes, what are you, a pussy? He drops out a big bag and goes, now do the rest. And he fucking walks out and he look at me. I go, he's not human. Don't worry about it. Have all you want.
Me and Norton were doing blow with a couple of the Jets and Governors. Well, Norton wasn't doing blow, but Bubby Brister and Nick Lowry, when they played for the Jets.
Jesus, whoa.
Came to our show.
Because I'm glad I was going to say, me and Norton got Starbucks last week. Me and him got caramel macchiatos once.
But Norton was there.
Yeah.
But Nick Lowry and Bubby Brister came to the show, and
to make
then
this-
someone had some blow.
Yeah,
I'm
to
not
make this
saying one.
official,
Yeah.
we really don't know if what Doug Stanhope is saying is the.
I didn't say they were
cordially
blow.
invite
You
them to
cut off
come
my
on and
sentence.
rebut anything that is being said.
See, Doug, you get to leave. We have to stay here, like, field the lawsuit.
They got traded. They don't live there anymore.
Hey, it wasn't like it cost them a Super Bowl, right? Tampa Bay, the year they did it with, the year I did it with those guys, I don't think they won 2 games. Go ahead.
One of the listeners brought this to my attention to play for you guys to see what you know about this. Do you know who that is?
No.
The Rappin' Duke?
The Rappin' Duke.
Open mic days, I remember a guy used to do this like dance number to that, and he would win every comedy contest in Las Vegas because it was.
Because the
but
puppet guys weren't there.
The puppet guys.
It made all the open micer guys fucking crazy because he's not even really a comic, man. You know how you were when you're an open micer and every. Yeah, never mind. I'll just shut up.
No, I remember.
Stop
I
talking.
remember. So who's the? This is the
I'm still
Rappin' Duke.
drunk.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting.
Do we
the
know his
Rappin'
name? I forgot his name.
David Duke, the Klan guy.
Yeah, the Klan guy. Was that him? We play that to just drive the listeners crazy. So, hey, Lenny. So you stole a bus. I know you've told the story many times, but that is really true.
Yeah, I
A
was
city
in,
bus?
I was running for mayor of Cambridge, and I would have won if I was drinking just a bit more. And I was the janitor in City Hall at the time, and I swear to God, I said, "You're funny. You should run for mayor." I go, "God damn it, I will." So we took out the papers and we rented a pet salon as my campaign headquarters. It was a poodle washing place that we got for like $150 a month, and we turned it into, well, it was like a bar. It was an after-hours bar. People were coming to get shit-faced and everything. And I don't even think my brothers voted for me, because I have 8 brothers and sisters. I don't think they voted for me, but I did really well. But we're in Harvard Square one night, and someone says, "Lenny, I bet you can't get that bus started." It was right across from this bar we drank. I'll get it started for $50. So I started up, and naturally, there's 3 buses. I'm in bus number 2 because I don't want them to see me in bus number 1. And they go, another 50 says you can't get it out. So I'm smashing the bus in front of me, smashing the bus behind me, and they go, $100 if you drive it through the tunnel, which is across the street and down through. You got like 6 inches on each side. And they go, "Hey man, nothing can stop me now." So I drive into the tunnel, and there's some elderly people there. So I pick them up, and I'm driving, and they go, "Where do you want to get off?" And they go, "Stop." And I go, "Nah, tonight's free stops, anywhere you want." And they go, "Really? The bus driver's never like this. So you vote for me for mayor, I'll drop you off at your house." So now I see the cops coming, and it's one of those trackless trolleys. So the wires are above in the electric thing,
Yeah.
So if they come off, you're pretty much fucked. So I swung really wide because there's this divider in front of where Sears Roebuck was in Cambridge, and you can't get around it. So I came off the tracks, doors opened up. I said goodbye to the elderly people and screwed. Now, the cops couldn't get around because the bus was blocking the whole street. I went to this party, and I had 250 witnesses say I was there all night. So that was the story of the bus.
What's the statute of limitations on that?
7 years.
Okay.
He looked at it.
He's in the clear.
We're throwing everybody on the fucking bus.
Very cool.
Jimmy's doing coke. Jeff is doing coke. He's stealing buses.
All right, Doug Stanhope is here. Doug, where are you again?
I'm not. Go see Lenny Clark at Comics. I'm at Caroline's.
Okay.
But,
Well, you know what? Caroline's is a great club, except for that fucking Puke Lewis veranda.
Wow, jeez.
No, I'm not gonna say it. He killed.
Kennedy?
No, who was a
Malcolm
great
X?
comedian? No, a great comedian. That I really fucking like this kid. You like him too. We all liked him.
Mitch Hedberg.
Yes, he killed Mitch Hedberg.
Holy shit.
Yes,
There's
he
an
did.
accusation?
Yeah, no, I can
kind of
prove
show
it.
is
I
this?
I was doing that week. And
I went to his last show.
Mitch Hedberg at Caroline's.
That was the day I
Well,
met him.
I was supposed to work that week, and Lewis, in his brilliance, said, "Well, no, I'll change it around." And he screwed me and hired Mitch, and Mitch, with that money, bought the shit that killed him. So Louis Miranda killed Mitch Hedberg.
Wow, there's an accusation. What
Yeah.
the hell?
An exclusive.
We're all in with accusations today.
That's right.
Mitch's wife is doing sets with me all week. She evidently she doesn't hold the same opinion because she was doing sets last night.
All right. Well, I had never met Mitch Hedberg, but I liked Mitch. I met him in Montreal.
He was booked upcoming at the Baltimore Improv, and I think that's why he just fucking cashed out early because he that club.
No, it was
so
Louis
fun.
Ferrando. Louis Ferrando killed Mitch Hedberg.
Improv that he didn't want to be at.
Yeah, that's a rough gig. The Baltimore Improv.
It's closed.
Nothing good could come out of that.
I love Caroline, though. I do like her.
Oh, it sounds like it, Lonnie. Jeez.
So you're at Caroline's what nights?
Caroline.
Through Sunday.
And now, are you working tonight?
I'm at the Cellar. Listen, when are you at Comics? Friday?
Tonight and tomorrow night.
Friday, how many shows?
2.
2 tonight and 2 tomorrow?
2 and 2.
And you're at Caroline's tonight, tomorrow?
All right, what are you setting up, Bobby?
What's that?
What are you setting
No,
up?
I just want to get their plugs in. They were a
No,
little
you don't.
fucking mushy on that.
Thank you, Bob.
No, they were a little mushy. It went back and forth.
We are
He
mushy.
said, don't go, and people are going to be like, should I go? I don't Go to both. Go to his
Go, yeah,
Fridays.
that's right.
Go to
Go
Doug's
see Doug's-
Saturdays,
and then go down the
and
cellar.
then switch it up.
Go down the cellar
And then
and
come down
see
the
Bobby.
cellar and have some fucking wings with me.
Lenny, you hanging for a little while longer?
Yes,
or what?
I am.
All right, cool. We got Drew Boogie taking us out of here for a little bit.
I hate that.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm a Nazi. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm a Nazi. Oh boy. I'm a Nazi. I'm a Nazi. Oh boy, I'm a Nazi.
XM 202.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Drew Boogie in studio. Doing a little something. And we appreciate it. Full house today. As I look around the room, we got Doug Stanhope. He's playing Caroline's here in New York City. And you got Bobby Kelly filling in for Jim Norton today.
Where is
And,
Norton?
Norton, I don't know, because he's
Denver?
he's doing 2 cities this
All right,
weekend.
yeah.
So probably Denver tonight, Minneapolis tomorrow, I believe. I'm not sure. Eatabullet.com for Norton's tour dates. And then, of course...
I mean, I'm hearing white noise, but...
What?
Jim Norton on the Frozen Tundra tour.
Yeah, and then we got Lenny Clark as well, who's playing Comics here in New York City. Comics is spelled Comix, because people go on the internet and they can't
And
find
spell
this
it like
Comics
it's
place.
been spelled, for thousands of years.
It's a nice new club here in New York. It's struggling. Is
it? Well, we'll
it's
fix
tough.
it. We'll turn it around.
It's tough to break. It's tough to be a new club in New York City. That's all I'm saying. I think they do a great job down there.
It's one of the best laid out clubs ever.
It's
to do
really
a show.
nice.
Yeah, the
It's
sound
gorgeous.
is nice.
They got a
it's
nice
set up
loungy
nice.
bar
Yeah,
that's
and good
associated
people
with it.
down
They
there.
have donuts.
Yeah. They have
I
donuts.
swear
huh?
to God, order the fucking the gourmet donuts. They come with 3 dipping sauces: vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry.
Well, you know what? Caroline's has the Dennis Leary. Okay,
What is that?
They got a drink named the Dennis Leary. It gets you pretty fucked up too.
Really?
I have no idea.
I forgot what's in it, but it's fruity. It's got a lot of fruit in it.
Got a,
I don't know if Dennis
little
Leary
umbrella.
is appreciating that, but
There is a guy working the club.
Comes
He'll
with
never
it comes
go
with
back.
a half a lit cigarette in it. I gotta love him. He'll smoke anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, we were in a hospital.
He's still smoking?
We were shooting a scene in a hospital, and he lit up right in the fucking hospital, and then everyone lit up. I mean,
It's like, what the hell at this point?
We had this when we were shooting a job. We're over in Jersey, and all the no smoking signs on the set were crossed out. The no was crossed out, and there were cartons of cigarettes on the craft service table. So even if people who didn't even smoke were smoking, just smoking. So I'm up in back, and I had my own little office up on the 3rd floor, way in the back of this deserted building where they used to shoot Shaft, and I'm smoking a cigar, and this bride comes walking and says, "Excuse me, do you have to smoke that?" And I go, "You new here?" She goes, "Yeah." And I go, "You haven't met Dennis yet, have you?" She goes, "No." I go, "Oh, you better get out of here." So I throw out of the office, close the door. So they call me to come, and I said, "I'm not going." And usually I show up, I'm ready to go. I go, "Where's Lenny? Where's Lenny?" He says he's not coming. Some broad yelled at him. He goes, "Oh, yelled at Lenny. Oh, yeah." I said, "This fucking broad over here told me I couldn't smoke. And Dennis said, what? He goes, you see all these people smoking? If you don't want to fucking smoke, you can get a job some other fucking place. Don't you ever fucking talk to any of the actors on this fucking... And I go, that's Dennis.
Yeah. By the way, he really is the fucking boss, though. I did the job, and I was so nervous. I'm standing next to fucking Dennis Leary. I'm like in a room, and they had to shut the door. We're in a hotel room alone, waiting for them to yell action. And he's sitting there fucking, what the fuck? What the? And I'm like, oh my God, he's flipping out. And he opens the door, he goes, what the fuck? Because he heard the director talking. He goes, yeah, fucking action, hit the fucking button. And then shuts the door, you hear, action?
Doing the show with him is... like sometimes, if he's got a hockey game, you're getting out at 6 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, even do we get that? I don't give a fuck if you got it or not. I'm on the ice at 6. Is that for me? Thank you very much, brother.
Last time Des Leary was in, I asked him, I'm like, you have to be writing your own show because you have yourself banging all these broads week after week after week.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
He's naked, and there was a stretch there. He was naked every fucking episode for 5 or 6
down in the
in a
writers'
row.
meeting. So, okay, now
All right, who am I fucking this week?
I'm fucking who?
Right.
Write it in, whatever.
We did this show out in California for a girl who used to go out with Lauren Dombrowski, who is the executive producer of Mad TV, and she's got like cancer. So she asked Dennis, and Dennis got the band together, and me and a couple, and we all flew out and did this show. And all these broads are going, I want to do the show. And I go, yeah, it would be great. You know,
I have cancer, Dennis. If you don't like fucking cigarettes, go somewhere else, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, it's basically like that. Yeah. But it's a fun show to do.
Yeah. Very good. Hey, we got a guy who's been standing by for a while here. Let's say hi to Eric in Indiana, looks like. Eric.
Yeah, hey, guys. How you doing this morning?
All right.
Good, Eric.
Hey, there's a story. There's a minor league baseball team in Macon, Georgia, that's going to have Elliot Spitzer night, and they've invited him to throw out the first pitch, and anybody that's named Elliot or Spitzer or Kristen gets in with a discounted ticket price.
Ugh, that is really hacky.
Pretty hack.
We've moved on from that, sir.
Yeah.
We already swore in Blind Melon Chitlin as governor, and we moved on.
We're into coke, fucking cancer, and dead babies.
No, I mean, nothing against Eric, but that's a hacky fucking bit.
Come on.
I mean, Elliot Spitzer night.
He waited
you could
52
do better
minutes.
than that.
He waited 52 minutes to do that.
Yeah.
He practiced it 8 times.
Well, Indiana was the tip-off.
Well, so what do you think of the governor? Isn't that one of the best stories ever?
Fucking amazing.
You know,
I mean, especially because he fucked everyone who did that
all right,
before
so you
him.
know about him. He's the biggest hypocrite ever.
Oh, God,
I don't give
yeah.
a shit that the guy was getting prostitutes. I could give a crap.
That's none of my business.
But the fact is, he's banging the prostitute while he's shutting down prostitution rings.
That's right.
They're also
what about
saying
the rest of us?
he was,
it's okay to suck my cock, but no, you can't have it.
They're looking into the fact that he might have used some of his election campaign money.
Well, look it. What's he make? 200 a year. He's spending more than half of that in prostitutes. That's not good investment. He's never going to get a pool. Not spending money like that.
No. I don't think he's thinking about a pool right now.
Do you know how pissed his fucking wife was?
Well, did you see his wife? She said, well, if you were taking it in the ass, I wouldn't have to be out doing this. I blame you. What an arrogant prick.
That's kind of like what we were trying to say on the other side of this show, but we had to like skirt around that.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm just visiting.
We say you need a little slop.
Yeah,
that's how you
little
you
need
keep
them to skank it up a little bit.
Just a little skank, nothing too crazy, but that's how you keep your guy from
kind of hard when you got a 50-year-old wife.
And hand puppets. I think hand puppets. That's kept my marriage alive for years. Hand puppets.
How long have you been married, Lenny?
26 years.
Wow. 26
five
happy
different
years?
women, but I'm no quitter. No, actually, this time I've been married, I think, 13 years this time.
You think?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Close.
You know, yeah, close enough.
Don't
right?
keep an exact
No,
fucking
you
count. It's
know,
not a
because
prison
that's
sentence.
just when the whole
Yeah,
ball
it
of
is.
wax explodes.
That's what I used to do when I was married. Just cross off days on a calendar. All right, there's another one gone.
Yeah.
One day closer to death.
Yeah, that's it. Well, the first marriage lasted 8 years, but I knew it was over after the second week. You know, I mean, it's no. Well, I married my coke dealer too. That was,
Lenny, slow down a little bit because Anthony tells a very similar story. I don't know if you're making a joke there, but
No,
Anthony
I'm dead
remembers
serious.
on his wedding night looking up at the ceiling going, what the fuck did I do?
What did I do?
He got divorced 10 years later. About
10 years.
I got divorced 8 years later. It cost me a fortune. It cost me a couple $1 million. And I mean, but she was beautiful. She was a Playboy model, and she was a coke dealer, and had a lot of good things going her way, but it just didn't pan out. And after the second week, I came down and went, oh, fuck, I'm married. What have I done? This was not. And I mean, I still talk to her every now and then. I pick up the phone. No, I
Is
have
she
no
still
more money.
dealing coke?
No.
How do you talk to her?
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what killed me? A lot of divorces will hurt you emotionally. This didn't hurt me emotionally. It hurt me financially. It fucking
emotionally,
killed me.
nothing.
No, nothing.
Financially, I got
devastated.
up the ass.
Oh, yeah. I had Eric Estrada's lawyer, and because I met him at the Tonight Show, and I said, hey, Eric, I think I had your divorce lawyer. He said, which one? And he had one, I guess, that, I don't know. I can't even talk about it, but...
Yes, I know. You're just like, what do I say? That's going to cost me more fucking money.
It was huge money, but it was worth every penny, because now I don't have to talk to her at all.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
I just got married 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy.
All right, shut the fuck up.
Maybe it's different for you.
I'm very happy.
It'll be different.
And we're happy for you, Bob.
Yeah.
Last week, we actually made an emotional connection.
Yeah, would you hit her?
What do you mean you made an emotional connection, Bob?
I don't know, something bad. She did something bad, and instead of flipping out, I actually said, look, it's okay. I'll take care of it. I got it.
What'd she do that was bad?
She fucked this black dude.
Oh, God.
God damn it, because I was going to say the line. I'm like, I don't know if I should go there. I'm glad you did it.
I'm on my toes in this fucking room.
Yeah.
I actually do that to my wife, though. When she pisses me off, I usually flip the fuck out and smash something and break something. But now I'll just go, you know what? You hurt my feelings. And she fucking has no idea what to do with that. She looks at me like, you faggot. What?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. I'm sorry she hurt your feelings. You should get her back.
Oh, it shuts her right up. You hurt me. What?
You want us to get you a douche or something? Jesus, you're making everyone uncomfortable in the studio. How's that melon?
Fantastic.
That sounds great. Hey, we got a story that we teased earlier this morning. We got to get to a cheerleader crapping her pants.
Oh, well, geez,
This is
you
one
never
that
get enough
Danny
of that.
brought in, of course.
Fucking Danny.
Who needs to talk about Elliot Spitzer when you got stories like this,
Right.
Local school officials investigate a humiliating situation and possible health hazard. A mother says her daughter was forced to endure a 40-minute bus ride while sitting in her own feces. The senior is a cheerleader at Heritage High School in Newport News. She was on a bus returning from a basketball game in Richmond. 13 News reporter Patrick Terpstra joins us live from Heritage High. Patrick, the girl says she did ask her coach to have the bus pull over.
That's right, Brian. Her mother says it was clear that this girl was sick and that all she needed was for that bus to stop. Instead, the bus just kept on going.
Was that a guy or a girl reporter? It's like right in the middle.
You know what? If she started flinging it at others on the bus, they would have pulled over. There's always a way out.
Fucking A.
Right?
Right, man.
Oh,
You're so
God.
right.
That is really disgusting because she even said like she was sick, so she probably had.
Yeah.
And the guy wouldn't stop.
Is
The
that
wheels
close?
on the bus go round and round, round and round. Wouldn't it be great if this fucking worked? The wheels on the bus go round and round. On a field trip, where were they going? Oh, cheerleaders?
Yeah.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. Stop the bus. Oh. That's adorable. horrible.
More to the story. That cheerleading squad.
17-year-old, it was a horrifying, humiliating trip down I-64. Just after leaving Richmond.
Why was it horrifying?
Well,
Maybe
no,
for her.
I-64, which most people know is the Hershey Highway.
I bet you there's a lot of guys on the team are still fucking.
Yeah, plus those bus seats, they're not, they don't absorb the shit. It's just that
Vinyl.
big rectangle leather seat that you shit on, and you're sitting in it for 45 minutes,
sliding back and forth on every corner.
The other teammate should have shit with her.
Oh,
you know?
right.
Solidarity.
Looks like a chocolate, one of those pancakes or, fuck it, hold on. What was I trying to think of?
Was it a small bus?
Crepe?
No, one of those
What?
big square cakes.
What? All right, move on.
Sheet cake.
I just got sheet cake. Thank you. Shit cake.
A shit cake?
I love that. All right, move on. I got the fucking move on.
I gotta do a game show where you pantomime your sheet cake.
Ah, shit, I suck.
Can we just play charades on the show?
Move on.
Play fucking charades.
Disgusted Bobby tells me to move on.
For the Newport News 17-year-old, it was a horrifying, humiliating trip down I-64. Just after leaving Richmond, she became sick on a bus with about 20 other cheerleaders.
Better then than when she's at the top of the pyramid.
Well, you know this fatso was at the bottom.
You know, you go to a wedding and they have the champagne glasses. Just picture that, except shit. On the top of the fucking.
That's team spirit right there. No, that's feces.
Just shit coming down some poor blonde girl, blue-eyed hair, just all messy.
Hey, two girls, one cup, Lenny?
Oh, God, I gotta go.
Two girls?
There's someone in the crowd.
There's a new one called Spankwire that's going around. Do you know
Really?
about Spankwire?
Wait, let's get past the story. Then two girls, one cup?
What? I don't understand.
No, don't do
they're
it.
yelling yes. All right. You don't know
Two
what-
girls, one cup.
We'll set that up. We got to find that for you. But first, the rest of this.
She called me crying. She said, Mom, on the bus, I got sick. I need to be cleaned up.
Her mother says the girl asked the cheerleading coach to have the bus pull over, but she says the coach said there was not a safe spot to get off the highway. The bus kept going as the stench and the embarrassment grew worse.
I couldn't believe it. And then she was so upset and crying, you know, and then I was crying because I hated that she even had to go through that.
And then the tears mixed in with the shit. It was
I just couldn't believe it.
The
It was
bus
a
driver was
mess.
crying. Everybody was crying because of your shit.
Jams on the brakes. It all goes forward down the aisle.
Well, they didn't stop the bus, not because of the shit thing. They didn't stop it because she's black.
Oh, Opie, why the blatant racism like this? It's just
Crying
there's no
because I
place for
hated
it.
that she even had to go through that. I just couldn't believe it.
I can't believe it either.
Well, I can't believe it either.
Wow, the
They wouldn't do that
stench.
to Hillary.
Who's she
Shit
talking
her
to?
pants.
Maury Povich?
Oh, is that just horrible? that conjures up a horrible image.
You know the shit came out of those little cheerleading panties that just shot out the sides?
Oh, yeah. Tell us more, Bobby.
Just a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
It's down to legs.
She had a fucking nice shitty vagina.
Because if she couldn't hold it in, you know it was just diarrhea.
I gotta
smudged all over her
I gotta
cunt.
loosen my belt. Tell me more, Bobby.
The stench.
Tell me how hot
Shit
it
in her
is.
pubes.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't even mention if the team won.
Yeah, that's probably why they didn't pull over.
Yeah,
They're
the
pissed
team-
off that the team got crushed. All right, the last part of the story.
About 40 minutes later, the bus finally pulled off the road at a Wendy's in Williamsburg.
Oh.
The girl was finally able to clean up. Her mother says the cheerleading coach owes an explanation to her and the other girl's parents.
Is that
So
the
she's
Wendy's
not
where the
just
guy went
jeopardizing
crazy and
my
killed
own daughter's
everybody?
health.
Huh?
Is that the Wendy's where the guy went crazy and shot everybody? Didn't that happen in Wendy's? Am I
Yeah, there's a few of those though around the
Wendy's,
country there. Would have been a hell of a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's like first the shooting and now this shitty smelling cheerleader.
everything with S's.
Just a great bus. You know, there's a couple fucking stoners hanging out in the parking lot of Wendy's. Look at the chicks, man. And one gets
Whoa.
off and just shit all over her fucking kneecaps.
That's when it really gets hot.
They didn't stop the bus because they thought she was melting.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. All right.
You're going to make it. She was on the back of the bus, too, so. Wow.
Oh, well. All right.
Parents. So she not just jeopardized my own daughter's health, she jeopardized the other 20 girls that was on the bus.
As for the girl who didn't...
They're doing the linger longer lines. Boo got shits. Instead of Boo got shot.
Boo got shits.
They should have tried to give her UPS. See, they're laughing out there, Lane.
I know,
That's
you
inside
got-
stuff.
That wasn't shit. That was gold. I want the gold.
It's all inside stuff for
She
the
could
the
be a
faithful.
crackhead. She could be a craphead.
Craphead.
Bus.
As for the girl who did not want to be identified, she's become the subject of cruel jokes at Heritage High.
She really don't want to go to school because she tormented, you know, and kids, they talk.
An investigation is ongoing.
You think?
Yeah.
Nationwide
Yeah, when
news.
someone shits their pants in a closed environment, rumors spread.
Right. Sorry we didn't keep this one close to the shoulder.
Yeah, sorry we didn't keep this one on the QT, but
fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Fucking high school, she's gonna be known as shit kid for the rest of her life.
Yeah, we're
Hey,
getting,
shit kid.
we're getting sick of the fat chick with a frozen hot dog one. We needed the new shit ass.
10-year high school reunion they'll still be referring.
That cheerleading squad is not going to be revered at the next
I hope she
road game.
rally.
She comes in a bus.
Hey, Lenny, so you're into some hot videos, right?
Yes.
All right, we got a little something for you.
Can I go take a pee real quick?
No, Bobby.
I gotta take a. I
Do
really
we have
do
a
have
mic
to piss.
on the crowd out there today, or we never figured that out? We have a great crowd
Well,
here today.
we do. We have bleachers of people.
No?
How are you guys?
I have to take a piss real quick.
See, that's my fucking fan base out there. It's a fucking sausage army. It's fucking like 99 dudes and one scared woman. It's fucking probably gay.
Bunch of fat Amish assholes. He's got a red beard. God damn it! Look at him.
All right.
What about the guy that looks just like Anthony out there? Don't
Where?
let him follow
Which
you
one?
home, brother.
Which one?
He's on the end.
Yeah, no, I see.
Look at him.
Where?
Oh, the guy over here.
Yeah.
He looks like Anthony after a meth fucking
Yeah, a little meth.
a meth run on a fucking weekend. Look at him.
You're getting the finger
Anthony
now.
looks like Anthony after a meth run.
Thank you.
When they get to the pool, they won't be talking about
That's
that after
right.
the pool. The pool's going to change everything. Your life is going to change for the better.
What a smart ass.
Awesome. That is the worst. He really does. He really does.
All right.
Shut up! Don't get so into it there, Bobby, you fat fuck.
Relax.
And I ain't gonna be like Opie kissing your ass that you lost weight. You're still a fucking Uncle Fester looking motherfucker.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
To unload a little bit. Maybe.
Fucking cocksucker. Relax, you meth head.
All right. Meth.
All right, here, Lenny.
Yes.
We'll bring it back to you.
Okay.
A nice hot video for you. This
All
is
right.
called
Yep.
Two Girls,
Can I
One Cup.
pee real quick?
No, please, Bobby.
Oh, is this 2 girls, 1 cup? I've
Bobby.
never seen it.
Shit. Bobby, where you going?
Get out of the chair.
Yeah, dog, you can put it up here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see it over.
All right, nice.
This is
Baby,
one of our,
you might not want to watch this.
this is one of our favorite videos there, Lenny.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Just for you today. Mm-hmm. 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Good lesbian action, right, Lenny?
Oh, it's a good start.
Boy. Nice, right?
Yeah. Oh! Oh, God! Oh, I could have went all day without seeing that. Oh!
It goes on, doesn't it?
Oh, God!
That's not it.
Well, all we need is a buzz.
Well, Lenny. Just watch.
Look at it, Lenny. Don't turn away, Lenny.
Oh, God, stop!
Come on, Lenny.
Oh, no! I want to be with the girl on the bus.
Bob Kelly just puked again. Bob Kelly puking never gets old.
How does it end?
Oh, no. Oh, please. Oh, please.
Come on, look at that.
Look, Lenny. It's almost over.
Oh!
You can't look away. Lenny, try to look away. We have it on every screen.
There's no getting away.
Come on, Lenny.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
look at the final shot.
Oh,
isn't that nice?
Oh my God!
It's based on a true story.
Oh, I never saw that coming. Never saw that coming. Oh,
there's a new one. Someone it's going around because now the big YouTube thing is the people watching. It's called like Spankwire.com or something.
Spankwire.com.
I haven't seen it, but I watched like the YouTube of people watching it, and I guess a guy cuts his finger off, and cuts his dick off, and
Spankwire.com. Do we know this one? Oh boy, are we gonna fuck up these computers today?
Jeez.
Yeah, right. The virus that we're gonna get today.
Oh God.
They're not gonna have a cure for this one until
Hot Lenny or what? Huh?
2020.
If there was room in the bucket, I would have been with Kelly. I think.
What's the word?
I almost
part,
puked
Lenny?
the first time I did your show. You guys were doing a live from Philly, and I was wretched. It was the most. It's hard for me to actually say what
happened. I don't
You
remember.
had a fucking listener to win tickets to this stupid show. It's the same show Billy Burr ended up snapping on legendarily.
Oh,
but
right.
you had a guy with a weeping ear infection.
Oh, fucking! He was pulling pus out of it.
Now, they had. I vomit when I say it.
Yeah.
A guy
you know what?
sucking pus with a straw out of the guy's ear.
That was so.
Do you remember
fucking
that?
disgusting.
I
I
had to
couldn't watch it.
Yeah, I was Robert Kelly, but I didn't have anything in my stomach, so I wasn't vomiting. I was dry heaving.
God.
Couldn't watch it.
And you guys all knew that was coming.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
The whole bleachers, they all knew it was coming.
Oh yeah, they know.
Jeez.
Oh boy,
Jimmy Norton made a fat girl cry. He pointed out someone in the crowd and started talking about how fat she was.
Yeah,
and
that was a legendary show.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know why they didn't want us on YSP anymore. We just blow it
We were
up.
doing a health thing.
Lenny, it's hard to find people that haven't seen that video. That thing is everywhere.
Oh my God.
Regular people all over the world have checked that one out.
Yeah, what's
What's the worst part?
There's so many. It's wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. You know, that's never been my thing. You know? I mean,
Well, no, it's not. You know,
Yeah.
some people
Different strokes, they say.
Yeah,
It's
and I'm all for them. I defend their right to shit in a cup and eat it and puke on each other. You know, God love them. But
Have you seen the Pain Olympics one? With the that's
Oh yeah. That's
All right.
Wait, what's the
fucking
one you're
insanity.
talking about? We can't find it though.
Well, look, if you go, you would just had this YouTube.
Yeah, we
links
want to
up.
see the actual video though.
Someone, again, it would take forever. Someone watching it goes, I'm not going to put the link up, but I'm going to give you a link to someone who has a link. So you'd have to go through a bunch of the.
Yeah,
but you got linked people here.
Somebody
Yes.
bought Spankwire.com, and now it's just a regular porn.
We talk
site.
about the presidential race.
You're right there, Bobby.
I fucking hate those cunts, fucking shit-eating bitches for doing that video.
Did you puke?
Dude, I hate that fucking video.
Someone MySpace me one of those.
That she's chewing it and showing the camera guy, look, I got like a load, like I got it in my mouth. Fucking just chew it and swallow it, you fucking dirty
I
whore.
never saw
some
it
dude-
coming. I never saw
Wait
it
till your
coming.
wife goes, Lenny, how was the show today? How was your time with Opie and Anthony?
Yeah, well, you know, everything was going along swimmingly until this brought shit in a cup and shared it with a pal. Then Bobby Kelly puked, and I couldn't puke because he had the whole barrel to himself. Oh, my God.
Like fucking Archie and Veronica. fucking sharing a cone.
Yeah, hey, Jughead, what do you
But
got?
no, some guy sent me this giant email. I have the best idea. And he has this whole like set up to it. And his whole idea was you got to get the girls from two girls, one cup to open. He had this whole, and he kept emailing me like follow up emails. Did you get my first email? This would be like this enormous hit. Like first of all, those girls aren't listed. Like those aren't actresses that you can go. Hey,
You know, what
call their
wouldn't they
agent.
do? You know what I mean? Like, you sit in a room and, hey, you know what I've
You
always
know what they should
wanted
get?
to
They should
do?
They should open a Mr. Softies truck and drive around the fucking city.
Lenny, all right?
It's still not as disgusting as the ear pus. Not even close.
The
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Well, I didn't see it.
We saw it. Yeah, it was live.
And you were live with it. Oh, that's
Is that the guy? What's the guy that had the ear thing, the head thing, where you squeezed it and it shot out?
Huh?
Oh, yeah, that was.
Oh, that was.
Oh, God damn, that was disgusting.
He
Fuck,
looks-
I hate talking about this shit.
He looked like the brother on Weird Science when he pissed her off.
Yeah, he had like a fucking boil on his head, and he squeezed it, and it exploded, and pus shot out.
Yeah, we do.
You hate talking about this, but you just put fucking Lenny Clark to Clockwork Orange of fucking fecal eating every screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was no getting away. I couldn't. I was afraid if I went out in the room, it'd be on a bigger screen.
It would have been.
You know, with the guys in the
doing it out
bleachers.
there.
Look, watch this spot, Lenny. This is great.
Our goal is to get that on the screen in Times Square, man.
Oh, there you go.
That's our goal.
Yeah,
that would be the ultimate.
You know what?
It's good to have goals. Yeah, I would retire after that.
you
if
just
we could get
see
that.
Those chicks have to get recognized. Like that's such a
Who the
cult
fuck-
thing now.
Hey, you're fucking one
I
of the
know
shit
you
eaters.
from somewhere. And
Who the fuck runs that?
You look awful.
Someone has to run that thing, and maybe he doesn't want his job anymore.
You only recognize her
No
when
idea.
she's eating a chocolate ice cream cone. Walking
Now
down.
I know.
Ah, okay.
Hey.
Two girls, one cup. Let me
It
just
wasn't
smash that in your
Friends.
face. It wasn't Friends. Fucking Doug.
Somebody keeps saying, "Hold on, maybe we might be onto something." Let me talk to Bruce.
Oh shit!
There's a guy. Come on, put him on.
Fuck.
Hello, put him on hold so I can talk to this guy.
Fucking A.
Thank
Oh,
you,
this is terrible.
Bruce. What's up?
Yeah, I got another video for you guys to check out. I don't know the exact address of it, but it's called Kids in a Sandbox. You got to do a Google search on it or something. But it's
Can't find it.
It's of a girl shoving a dildo in a guy's urethra right in his dick. It looks so painful.
Oh yeah, I've seen the cock fucking. Yeah.
Docking.
All right, dude.
Cock fingering, but then there's the mini vibrator in the cock hole. I've seen pee hole gangbang, which with the Amazing Tie. The Amazing Tie is known for her what she can hold. You can Google her.
She related
But
to Legendary Wid?
She gets gangbanged in her urethra, and they have a speculum in there, so there's no doubt of which hole. And yeah,
Holy shit.
reading the
Can I
back of
have
the
one of
box
these?
is the most disgusting part because they still
I
try to
want something
hype
to
it
puke
in
up.
those porn terms, and it's talking about her burping cum bubbles out of her bladder. I think you can pee hole gangbang. Google it.
I think we've
It's the
finally
Amazing
done it
Tie.
all in porn. If it's come down to that,
Yeah.
Lenny just asked me for melons so we could have something to puke up. Fucking show.
My
What the fuck
God.
happened? This fucking show just deteriorates.
it certainly
We're just a
does.
fucking bunch of asses with microphones right now.
And yet it's seamless.
Some poor
Actually
girl.
segues into each other.
Some poor girl shits herself on a bus, and all of a sudden we're just showing shit videos.
2 seconds later, there's
Oh,
shit
we're
videos
we're
everywhere.
back in junior high in a basement, fucking with Led Zeppelin posters. Dude, check this out.
But I love the times we live in when you could just pull that up. You never could fucking go. You know, think about when we were growing up. You could never go, "Hey, dude, have you seen this video of or this film or whatever of these two chicks eating each other's shit?"
Yeah.
You'd
Yeah.
never see anything like that. Now it's like you punch it up faster than you get your keys out of your pocket.
Well, you know, I'm poor Doug. We can't get the guys cutting his dick off, and
I'm sorry about that. I feel
you know,
bad.
I mean,
What are you
Well,
gonna
no,
do?
you could
We could
find
put
the
a man
Pain
on the
Olympics.
moon,
That
but
guy
we
cuts
can't-
his. Oh, does the Pain Olympics? Does he cut off his dick or his balls? Or both?
that thing is.
Oh God, that is so
ridiculously-
fucking.
Yeah, that one's wrong.
I have to. Whenever I see something like that, I go, "It's fake," because I don't want
That
to
one ain't
accept that it's
fake,
real.
yeah.
I
That's
don't want to
so-
accept
that way
that it's
too
real.
close up and.
Does it grow back?
Fucking lizard's
like a
tail,
new
it's
tail.
balls.
It's like a fingernail?
Do you guys want to check out Church of Fudge?
no.
Who fucking wants to check out Church of Fudge?
No. You
Vid H from
you
Cleveland
win.
wants
I
to-
quit. Yeah, no mas. You win. My God.
The great Lenny Clark is actually saying no mas.
Yeah, not to the.
This could be the first in your career.
I don't think he's known for being great for watching shit videos. I just
Salsa snack. Anyone?
We've seen that.
What's that?
We saw that.
What about Church of Fudge? See if we can.
I haven't seen that.
Church of Fudge. Oh God, I'm not fucking. I can't even. Not even fuck. You just did fucking. What the? We're all almost fucking 50.
Jesus.
Fuck, my grandfather was a fucking had his shit together. My father had his shit together. We're just a bunch of assholes with computers.
Or we could try itsjustchocolate.com.
He's not leaving until everyone in this room pukes. This show doesn't end until everyone pukes. Get another bucket.
He rubbed fucking shit on his upper lip last week.
God love him. You know, he'll do anything for radio.
Well, I got caught with my pants down there, Lenny. Rich Voss brought in a baby diaper, and whatever. It's a long setup, but basically, I ended up doing a baby diaper mustache.
It's actually a pretty good mustache.
Well, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right?
Yeah, you had like a Mexican bandito mustache.
You
going.
look like a wanted poster
from the Old West.
$10,000 for Opie.
Hey, let's say hi to Eli in California now that we've calmed back down here.
Yeah.
Eli.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
Hey, what Doug Stanhope's talking about is called Nulo. It's a body fetish where they cut off their tits, their fingers, their dicks, their balls.
Yeah, no, I know there's a big fetish with amputations. There was that guy that died in...
But doesn't the fetish leave? I mean, after you cut it off, I mean...
Yeah, what do you get to do
what
it
you
once?
yeah, it's a one-shot deal, right?
Well, yeah.
It's not like a fat chick. You can just keep doing it over and
people
over.
cut off their legs and stuff. There was a fucking guy that died in San Diego. He was going over to Mexico and doing hotel surgeries.
What the fuck is that? What is this one? We go down this road every once in a while, Lenny. I swear we haven't done this in a long time, so I apologize we picked today.
What screen should I be looking at?
No, don't worry. It's going to be on all of them. Opie's got a way of making you watch.
You said you go down this road every once in a while?
Look at this.
What is that?
Oh, my, it's Elliot Spitzer.
What is it?
Oh,
yeah, this is it. This is it.
Oh, no.
What are they doing?
There we go. This is the fucking spank wire.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, bees.
What is that? Is that a
bees?
What is that? What is that? Is that a pussy?
Oh my
Is that a
God!
pussy? Is that? Are we watching Alien?
Predator. It looks like Predator's mouth.
I've done that.
No,
I've done that.
Now the ball,
I've
the
done
ball,
that. I've done the ball barrel thing.
Still a minute and a half left.
I've done that.
Light his dick on fire.
Come on! What the fuck?
Don't look at this, baby.
Oh, God damn! Oh, I don't even know what that is. Stop it! Opie and Doug are giggling like we're watching South Park. Oh shit! You fucking two sick pricks. There's something wrong with you.
This is the second season of Tourgasm.
This is the successful Tourgasm.
When they realized that go-karts weren't quite enough.
Oh, my good God. Oh, it's everywhere. You can't.
Oh, he finally, after all that, he finally came.
No. Oh, shit.
Did he just come out of his balls?
What the fuck is this?
Oh, this can't be good.
The fuck is she?
Look at this.
It's like Hellraiser.
Oh,
BME Video.
BMEvideo.com.
Call my stockbroker and buy me a few shares at BME. They're going through the roof. Bobby, all right?
That was so fucking nasty.
So yeah, thought you might like to go to the show.
Fucking Doug, there's something so wrong with you, bro. The fact that you giggled through the whole thing like somebody was tickling you.
What? That was awesome.
Yeah, but it's not. You're not supposed to watch that and giggle. It's really.
You know, I did chuckle with the nail through the ball. I did chuckle a little. I got to admit,
It's a little grade school humor, but I laughed.
We just saw stuff that I don't even know what I saw.
It was just a lot of
some stuff I didn't know what it was.
And I'm not sure I want to know.
It was a montage of guys just abusing their own genitals.
Yeah, it helped me get over the 2 in a cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of like when we were 17 sitting around our basements with the Led Zeppelin posters and cutting our penises in half.
Yeah,
nailing our
like
balls to walls.
Fire. See how many metal balls we can fit into the top of our cock?
This is what Faces of Death you wanted it to be. That shit.
Yeah, dude. My favorite part is he had his dick split like halfway down, and
they call that butterfly. I think
butterflying his penis, and then he was coming and it was shooting out like halfway down his.
How is he fucking?
He was a squirter. He turned into a squirter.
How does cutting your dick up like a shrimp?
It really is. It's like jerking off a fucking trout you just caught.
Dude, he was coming in the middle of his dick.
That's
Puddle of AIDS writes, Opie and Stanhope are having a picnic. Everyone else is a victim in hospital.
Yeah.
The only thing I can't watch on the internet is the beheading videos. Not to bring it back to serious, but that's the only thing I just can't check out.
Wow.
Oh, horrid.
But that shit is fucking funny, man.
That's so fucking wrong, dude.
That is so fucking funny.
What do you do after that, though? After you fucking cut your dick off?
Oh, they're thinking things up right now.
What?
Yeah, because you got to go like, wow, now I cut my dick off. And
cut someone else's dick off and put it on you.
Have a Frankenstein dick, put a couple bolts on it.
It's guys that don't need their dicks anymore, so they're having fun before they get rid of it for good.
You know what you do? You go to
we never get to that point.
Right.
After that, you go to a 12-step program and one-up everyone who shares. Oh, you lost a job? I cut my cock off.
I cut my cock off. Are you happy now?
Your bottom is your wife left you? Yeah, check this out. This was my bottom.
I had a bee's nest up my asshole.
Yeah, that was
came ball bearings.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
My wife made
and I didn't even hit my
parachute.
bottom yet. There was still a minute and a half left footage we had to shoot.
Let it be known we did the.
I come from my balls.
Let it be known we did have guys get stung on their ball bag by wasps.
Yeah,
we've done it all, Lenny.
Yeah, you did do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For
we
a
had
contest?
Yeah, we had guys put their balls in jars with bees in them.
It's very strange that you could watch that video and part of your brain is going, we did that first.
Yeah. I don't know if we did it first, but yeah, we did it on the air. It was amazing.
And what was the contest for? Tickets, probably, right? Tickets to some
The
show.
first time we actually were going to do the contest back in the day for a car, and they just wouldn't let us do it. But then when we got to XM, they're like, yeah, we'll let you do that. But we didn't have a good prize. I think it was like Foo Fighter tickets or something. I don't know.
There you go. You don't need a car.
Well,
You're not going to be
something dumb.
driving around.
Something dumb, but it was the first guy that could get the bees to sting him.
Wow.
The fucked up part is these listeners will do it just to say they did it. You don't even need a prize.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Wow.
All right, I
The
guess
little bee was Jewish.
I guess
like
we're ready
Jerry
to get out of it.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, I think we got it. We got
Putting balls
We got to
in the cup.
regroup.
Can I throw a plug out? Someone put a comment on my MySpace. Evidently on 46th Street, like 2 something West 46, on Saturday at 11 o'clock, there's an anti-Scientology protest.
Dude.
And so we want to go and if you want to, we're gonna fuck with it. We're gonna add another element to it or something like. Maybe
I've been watching that shit on the. I can't stop watching on YouTube.
What?
Dude, you fucking Google. You go from Tom Cruise to Scientology to fucking Xenu. It just keeps going, and there's actually a documentary on Scientology, like a 45-minute film you can watch on the internet. These people are fucking crazy, man. And
they're crazy, but it's at the same time it is protesting a religion. So we were thinking about like dressing up like Nazis. They go put them all on trains, Scientologists. If I could just shoot, like,
Dude, you know what?
whole angle and join the protest.
Can you film this? I'd like to see this.
Yeah, I don't know where to get Nazi uniforms. That's why I'm throwing the plug out now.
Jesus, right here.
I don't want to get my address out on the air.
You can probably FedEx something by tomorrow.
The SS is building a pool in the back. He'll just strip them down.
all you guys have
You know
to do
how hard
is
it is to get a swastika-shaped pool?
just goose step over to Long Island.
Brother Joe, what's up?
Good day, gentlemen.
Hey.
Opie, Bill Clinton says hello, and I'm serious about that.
Bill Clinton.
Yes, when you met Bill Clinton at a book signing or something a few years
I did, sure.
ago. Well, I mentioned too. I actually last night we did the Hillary Clinton fundraiser over at Spotlight Live in Times Square, and I was.
Wait! You did a Hillary Clinton fundraiser?
Yeah, Joe's playing at the Hillary Clinton fundraiser.
Yeah, last night we did it with the Celtic women who were pretty cool, actually pretty gorgeous too, nice girls.
So they do little river dance stuff.
Anyway, Bill was Bill. Yeah, I'm calling him Bill. President Clinton was in the back of in the backstage area, and the band got to sit down and talk to him about everything from like healthcare to
healthcare.
Well, other things. And
you drunks are sitting down and discussing policy with
world leaders. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Anyway, I mentioned the fact that Anthony's my brother, and
I love that show.
Bill does remember you, Ope.
Ooh.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he really does.
We say that all the time to people.
Yeah, we do the same exact
remember.
thing. Oh, yeah, I remember. We took that picture, right?
Yeah, remember that time at that place?
All right, prove that he remembered meeting me.
All I could do was tell him that I was Anthony's brother and his partner.
Does he know the
Partner.
show?
Oh, I'm for gay marriage.
No, not that partner.
Stop it, Bill.
He does from time to time listen to the show.
Come on.
I'm serious, man. He listens to the show.
I'm sure on terrestrial radio, everyone probably
All right.
listens to your show at some point. It's like I live in, I know a Tucson local weatherman. It's not like I know
I gotta catch that
goofy
show.
guy.
I like this
Brother-
show. It's great. Brother Joe, how's your black eye?
My black eye.
Well, because if Bill actually heard the Opie and Anthony show, we've said some horrific things about his fine wife there, and I would imagine
Probably
he would
give a pat on the back.
haul
Tell you
off
the
and
truth.
punch you one.
I hate that cunt myself. Yeah, it's funny you say that.
He was very cool to hang with for a little while.
Hey, that's
Look at
pretty
you.
cool, Joe.
Look at you hanging with the
Yeah, right. To you, stupid tribute band hanging with world.
power brokers. Did you get to meet Hillary?
No, she wasn't there.
She wasn't there, but Bill was?
Yeah, Bill was there. He actually
Poor
got
bastard.
First thing he
What a
said
shill
when he
for
got
that
up to
bitch.
got up on
What?
stage.
He was
make
there
some
trying to pick up
remarks.
broads.
He said, "Was that to you, Erie, or what?"
Eerie.
Yeah, he called us Erie.
Yeah.
It's so. I mean, it's easy, man. It's the Irish community, times.
Oh, they just drink and
There
love.
was an American Medical
you too.
Association.
We hooked up with some
why
pretty high power people from Ireland that actually they want to bring us over there. So we'll end up we're going to end up going to Dublin eventually.
You'll just take over for you two at some point.
Yeah.
Like you two will just retire, and they'll just take you guys and say it's you two.
Yeah, if there's anyone from Principal Management listening, we need permission to go to Disney to do that Epcot thing for a week in June.
You want to
anyone
play at
listening,
Epcot
sign the damn paper and send it back.
at the Irish Pavilion?
Yeah. It's going to be June 16th to 22nd.
Oh, that's
Most
good.
importantly, though, is tonight is I know it's a stupid plug, but I suck on the air, so all I want to do is put this out over at Fitzpatrick Hotel. It's at the Wheel Tapper in the Fitzpatrick Hotel on Lex. It's between Lex and 3rd on 44th. We're playing there tonight. We're on at 5 o'clock. We're off at 8:30. Then we run up to Lucy's in Pleasantville. But definitely at the Wheel Tapper at 5 o'clock today. And I'm running around like a nut, man.
Look at poor Joe's voice.
Stupid for this band.
Look at poor Joe's voice. It's all shot.
Just woke up. Who do you think I am?
Just woke up, rock star.
A radio morning man? No, I am.
That's
No,
weird.
Don't worry, you'll never be mistaken for that.
That's weird. That's weird. You just woke up and the listeners fell asleep.
All I can be is a guitar player.
Nobody's
But a
safe.
damn good one.
That's right.
All right.
That's correct, sir.
All right, Joe. You,
All right, Joe.
You the man.
You good? Thanks a lot.
All right, later, man.
All right, Brother Joe, everyone. Check him out. Why don't we do line of the day and get out of here?
Line of the day.
Drew, you got a big finish for us, you think?
Yes, sir.
All right, good.
Nice.
Line of the day is brought to you by BodogFantasySports.net. They've got $1 million up for grabs in the Bodog Bracket Buster game. You watch that college basketball there, Lenny?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
I used to go to the Final Four a lot.
Very good. BodogFantasySports.net. Here is a runner-up line of the day. What'd she do that was bad?
She fucked this black dude.
Oh, God. That's Bob Kelly, everyone.
Bobby Kelly, ladies.
Bobby, the DVD, the big plug. Please.
April 8th, CD DVD comes out in stores, Best Buy, Virgin, all over, except Walmart because they're faggots.
Very nice. Here's another runner-up line of the day. Just a little skank, nothing too crazy, but that's how you keep your guy from
it's kind of hard when you got a 50-year-old
That
wife.
and hand puppets. I think hand puppets. That's.
Lenny Clark gets in there. Comics tonight and tomorrow, right, Lenny?
Yes, thanks.
And going to start shooting Rescue Me, which
Yeah.
is very, very good news.
What street's Comics on? What is it? 14th?
Yes.
14th? 14th Street?
And
what?
9th Ave? No.
14th
what?
and what?
It's 9th Ave. I think it might be called Hudson right at 14th. But
Okay.
14th and 9th if you're in the city.
Yeah.
It's right there. Gorgeous club.
And tell Dennis we're waiting for our cameo
Absolutely.
on Rescue Me.
I certainly will.
See if they bring Luis back for one more shot. Like, I'd love to play a Puerto Rican again. Luis.
Check it out.
I was a Puerto Rican on the job.
Check it out.
Hello.
What was your thing though?
I was the guy at the hotel. I was the manager.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
Because I was a huge fan of the job as well.
He used to call me Louis, and I go, Luis.
Dude, did I know you?
No.
That's why. Holy
Luis.
shit. Of course, I remember.
Yeah.
That was weird. All right.
Wow, I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, I thought that was my big break. Apparently, it wasn't. I swear to God, I kept telling him, hey, I'm a comic. He'd be like, yeah, that's good, kid. Anyways, where's my cigarettes? Get me coffee. I do comedy.
There's a true fan. Dennis D. from Jersey. Bonus time. Thank you kindly, gentlemen. You're welcome, Dennis
How
D.
about that?
It's a lot of bitching.
Yeah,
Not
what is
much-
it? We got a phone call to make.
Yeah, I know.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us in, guys.
Hey, we're doing another runner-up line of the day, Lenny.
Oh.
Who saw that coming when she'd come out dressed in a suit? Tie.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
With shoulder pads.
Oh, God.
And a mom hairdo,
Yeah.
even though she was 20.
Dressed like fucking Sonny Corleone at the wedding.
Stupid Paula Poundstone.
And
Fuck. Man.
line of the day or one more? One more? All right, one more runner-up.
And all these broads are going, I want to do the show. And I go, yeah, it would be great. You know,
I have cancer, Dennis.
If you don't like fucking cigarettes, go somewhere else, you fucking cunt. Yeah, it's basically like that. Yeah.
Doug Stanhope was in there, and he's playing Caroline's the rest of the weekend here, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So you got lots of choices this weekend. Here is your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
So you think I need a therapist?
I'm just suggesting that you may.
Well, I think you need a big black dick up your ass.
Whoa!
Whoa!
What's going on?
Oh, I'm gay.
Oh, shit. That was on regular radio, by the way, Lenny.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys.
We snuck one past the boys today.
God love you. God love
Snuck
you.
one past the boys, yeah. I certainly hope not. I hope that didn't quite get past the boys. Because that was on the other side. That was on the broadcast radio side.
Oh, we'll be reading about you tomorrow.
Yeah. No, they got that. That was an
Did
easy.
they?
That was a lazy fly. Lazy fly ball. They got that one. That was
Lazy
easy.
fly ball. You ever
That was
see?
easy.
You ever see when they drop those? It's
Well, sometimes
those
you-
are the most tragic ones when they drop
Sometimes you
them.
lose them in the sun.
Lose World Series, too.
Yeah, that's an easy pop fly for an easy. Oh my God, he missed it! Holy shit, he missed it!
All right, we're out of here. Lenny, always a pleasure.
Hey, thank you guys. Thanks for having us in. Good to see you, Doug. Good to
Always
see you,
good to
Bobby.
see
You
you.
guys
See
are
you,
great. Keep up the good work.
Don't be a stranger.
Thank you,
all
Mr.
right?
All
Clark.
right, thanks, fellas.
Thank you,
Build
Lenny
that pool.
Clark.
And Doug, thank you too, man.
Well, thank you very much.
Been
Yes.
great
for having me.
It's been. My brother loves you, by the way.
I love your brother.
He thought.
I love my brother. Go to the Metro Diner in Warren, Rhode Island, and you get a free Doug Stanhope DVD because my brother's restaurant is failing.
Fucking Stanhope. No, Brother Elmo thinks you're a fine addition to this radio show. He thinks you fit in great. So
Well, thank
He
you
really
very
does.
much.
yeah, we got to get you back sooner than later. It's been too long. And Brother Elmo's got St. Patty's Day T-shirts if you want to go to his MySpace. And Pest Karaoke tomorrow night at my other brother's joint 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington
Saturday,
Village.
11 a.m., anti-Scientology rally.
Look at Doug.
And
F.H.
of
Riley's
course-
in Huntington. Yes.
Of course, Bobby Kelly is always great to have you in when Norton's not here and we can't find anyone else. Thank you.
That's right. When Patrice, Billy, or anybody else. But I'm actually before Voss, which is I'm okay with.
You definitely are.
No, dude, you moved up.
Yeah, you've moved up a couple of clicks.
We wanted Patrice today. He
Yeah.
was busy.
Yeah.
We wanted Bill Burr, but he's in L.A.
Right.
So you did pretty good.
That's good. I'm in front of a
stepping up.
fatso and a redhead. That's fantastic.
But Nick DiPaolo is nipping at your heels.
Nah, what are you gonna do? I feel bad for him. He's doing He's 48, doing a podcast from his living room. You should give him the gig. I have hope. Hey, fuck you cocksucking fat cunt.
Wow, you twisted that nicely. And he walks
yeah.
off. He knows he's
and
ended with
I'm
the killer.
outta here.
And I'm out.
Thanks for having me. I had a blast today.
Thanks a lot, Bobby. Have a good weekend, man.
We're going on vacation. Drew Boogie, get us out of here,
Yep.
will you? We'll see you guys
Later.
soon.
The Opie and Anthony Show is taking a short break in the middle of March because, let's face it, when you work in a confined environment with a bunch of volatile personalities, all of whom think that their opinion is the most valid, you can pretty much last a few months before you want to go on a fucking shooting rampage.
Die! Die! Die!
So we're taking a little time for ourselves to decompress and regroup. Until then, enjoy the worst of Opie and Anthony. Or go outside. You're all pretty much shut-ins anyway.